Yep. Man. How's it Thursday again, bro? It was just Thursday. What's up, guys? Hello. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. It is indeed Thursday. And that means it's Critical Role Fan Art Day. But hey, we got other things to talk about because in 24 hours ish, in 24 hours, the print store is gonna get real busy for a little while. Yep, it's gonna get real busy. That's right. That's right, man. In 24 hours, the Eldara trading cards will be up for pre-order on the print store. And I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous that no one's gonna want any trading cards. And I'm not gonna get enough to pre-order all the paper I need. And I'm nervous everybody's gonna want trading cards, and I'm gonna be making trading cards for the next 3 months. Either way, I'm excited, man. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. This is entirely a stupid passion project, so we'll see if the good people, the Dragon's Claim, care for such things. I really want to have them for events this year, so as long as I can get enough to do the first edition, and then enough for the second edition in paper, so that I can have them at events, I think that'd be really fun. You know, because, hey, man, you know, hey, I like trading cards. I think they're the coolest things. I've always loved trading cards since I was a young buck. You know what the first game of trading cards that I collected were? I'll tell you, man. They were the BattleTech trading cards. That's right. BattleTech had a trading card game thing. Wait, hold on. Wait, wow, shit, my volume's too loud. Yo, Hexmoser, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, hold up. I still got to fix volume stuff because I'm not using Spotify anymore. I'm using YouTube Music, which is a pain in the ass. And nothing's balanced. God damn it. All right. It's gonna be a weird day for music, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, I started collecting BattleTech trading cards. I collected Magic the Gathering. I collected Pokemon. I collected, you know, when I was being homeschooled by my mom, she actually wrote to, I think it was Ultra Pro or something like that, topped me in one of those companies, and said, hey, I have been giving my son these Star Wars trading cards as rewards for doing work in school, and he's homeschool, but he really wants the rest of the set. So we can't buy it anywhere. Do you guys have any we could buy? Because it's like out of whatever, it's discontinued. And this is long before the era of like something being discontinued, meaning that like that means that like, ooh, you missed your chance, like you didn't buy it. Back when it was back when like, oh, it's discontinued, which means it's probably just wasn't selling. People, you know, you have extras. So she wrote them and they were like, hey, that's awesome. They sent her a full set of these trading cards that she then would give me when I would finish an assignment and stuff. So I've always loved trading cards. I've always loved this shit, and I'm finally able to make them for myself, my own game. It's not a game, but it's never mind. Anyway, so that's gonna be tomorrow. It's gonna be exciting. What's up, Soul? What's up, Steve? Good to see you guys. What's up, Atari? What's up, Ashy? Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Sabine. Good morning, Shadow Mole. What's up, guys? Good to see all y'all. Thank you for the lurk. Fox, good morning. Brooklyn, hello, friends. How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? Actual watch streak? What? Holy shit, man. Imagine that. Probably know you're going to be at least 2 orders, probably more. Maybe. I hope so. So I'm nervous though, bro. I'm nervous. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see if people want the trading cards or not. You know, maybe I'll just make. And by the way, if I only sell enough to be able to cover the costs of paper and ink, which is like $800 or $1,000 around there, if I sell enough in the next 6 months to cover those costs, and I just make a bunch of trading cards and I can hoard them for myself, that is totally fine. You know, I'm okay with that. I got sealed boxes of Flesh and Blood and Magic in my. I like collecting sealed products, so I just need to cover that fucking pre-order for the paper, man. So I don't know. It'd be fun. I'm really hoping people like this. So, and I want to do like giveaways and stuff on stream over the next couple of months. So I want to have extras that I can do. I think it'd be cool, you know. I don't know. I might have missed the line art, but being able to hang out with you is already oodles of fun. You did not miss the line art. So that is in fact today. You are here for the line art. That's right. Today is Tayor, as you can see in the upper left-hand corner of your screen. That is the base sketch we'll be working with that I did before stream today after I got home from the gym. I cut my gym a little bit early today so I could come home and make sure I had time to cut out some cards, which are, oh, wait, yeah. Beta, we're on to beta, by the way. Alpha, the alpha print run is done. The beta print run is what I'm working on right now. So I have 2 uncut sheets and 2 cut sheets so I can make some test packaging for box stuff now that I have a booster pack design that I like from the alpha. So move on to beta. And then it'll be, you know, I'll take some photos tonight, hopefully, and have some product stuff. Shots for the launch, the listing tomorrow. But we have something very important to do today. Very important piece of art. Today, I'll embrace the memes, you know? Long as it been funny, little joke. You guys like to farm, you little snickering, just having fun. Got a little, y'all got jokes. Oh, Evan's a furry. Oh, Evan's a furry. Evan likes furry shit. Why? Because I hate that shit. Y'all think you're fucking funny. Fine. Today, I am embracing it. I'm drawing a Catman. I am fully aware of the kind of weird fucking messages I'm going to get from this. I am fully aware of the weird fucking requests I'm going to get on Instagram, and I will shame no one. I will never bring up a message on stream to shame them unless they're rude. And then it's funny. But I'm going to get some weird requests out of this one, man. I hope you guys know that. So I am willing to do this for the meme. I have to do it because I have to do... There's 2 characters I'm not looking forward to for drawing. That's going to be Catman Tayor and Bearded Dwarf Murray. But you know what? We're just going to rip the band-aid on Tayor and get it done. So that'll be fun today. And then we get Critical Role back tonight. So while I'm in the depths of working on the trading cards and desperately preparing to do things, whilst second-handedly occasionally checking in on the DMs for my D&D group, I will be working and watching Critical Role. So... Good to see you back in the draw steel soon. Hopefully it doesn't ruin your critical furry watching. Shut up, Ashley. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But fair today. Actually, no, it's entirely fair. I'm still gonna tell you to shut up. No, I mean, I think we'll be back. So did Ella send you a message? I'm not sure if she sent you a message and sort of got you caught up on things as well. I think she said she did, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't remember. She's... I'm busy right now. I'm busy. Okay, I got a lot of things on the go. I got shit to do, man. I got lots of things to handle. So I think Ella, she did. Okay, great. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Then you're caught up. So yeah, man. Got lots on the go. Got lots of things going on. Lots of things happening. All good though. All good things now. Ish. So I made a group chat for me, Ulner, and Vixie. Oh, okay, there you go. Well, then, sad I missed the reactions, because whatever. But, you know, I'm glad you caught you guys up on what's going on. All right. I am ready. Oh, God. Oh god, it's a cat, man. You know, I got a fucking comment on what was it, TikTok? Hold on. Was it on TikTok? Wait. Do you make non-human characters? Right here. Do you make non-human characters? Actually, next couple of videos should have some. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Apparently I am entering my new arc. I told Seika this morning in her stream, soft girl summer is officially over and for me, and now it is the season of furry shit. So is an elf fedora considered non-human? I think people mean non-humanoid when I hear because a lot of people say that. They'll say, oh, I want to see non-human characters, and you're like, I just did an elf and a tiefling and a dwarf. And they're like, oh, those are like close enough. It's like, oh, you mean non-humanoid. You mean anthropomorphic. You mean machine. You mean slime person. I don't fucking know. Yeah, no, I guess it doesn't count because it is, right? I do non-human characters all the time, but I think that people want the weird shit, Sabine. People want weird, people got some weird shit out there, all right? And they want to see it justified for them or whatever the fuck they need to not feel weird about it. Any more fantasy or ball PTSD stories? Any more? What didn't we talk about yesterday? Talked about the Jays stuff. Oh, did I tell you about the? I don't think I told you guys about the dramatic man. The dramatic man. I didn't tell you about the dramatic man. Yeah, that's one that I didn't cover yesterday. I don't think anyway. You see, Atari, I was not the only man at the ball. In a room of 300 gowned up women, there was probably a dozen, maybe 15 guys. Most of the women that went there left their spouses, boyfriends, whatever, at home. Some of them actually left them in the hotel, as we met a couple in the hallway caring for the toddlers. Most of them either single, came alone, whatever. Girls' night out at a fantasy ball. Seems lovely. But a couple of couples came. And one of the couples, well, there was two of note. One that I told Ella about yesterday, and one that was the dramatic man. Now, the first couple was basically Sensei Ledoux. Instead of LARPing as a weeb, which is what Sensei Ledoux does, if you're familiar with Mr. Ledoux's work on the internet, this was the Sensei Ledoux of romantasy novel characters. Literally referred to his girlfriend, wife, whoever he was there was with as Milady, and asked her if anything in my wares, this merchant's wares, my wares, piqued her fancy, as he very discerningly looked over the dice. Which she said some shit and it was cringy as shit, and as soon as they walked away, I like kind of convulsed in a cringe as it just washed through my body. But anyway, there was the dramatic man, Atari. The dramatic man, who was a man of chiseled features, long flowing hair, wolf mask, and vampire fangs. Staring me down. When his wife or girlfriend or whoever, his date, came over and was looking at the dice and said, oh wow, dice. They're so pretty. Look at all the dice. He did not break eye contact the entire time they were there. Looking down his nose through the mask. Straight at me. Never breaking eye contact with me. I would speak to his lovely date, tell her about the dice, glance over, staring at me. Staring me down. Very uncomfortable. Very strange. Very awkward. Couldn't tell if he was flirting with me or trying to intimidate me. But either way, every time I looked over, he never looked down that I saw at the dice, or even at his girlfriend. Just staring straight at me. His girlfriend got distracted by something or whatever and then wandered over, and as he followed her, he did this. Showing off and brandishing his vampire fangs. And then walked away past her. So I think he might have been trying to intimidate me. I don't know. I don't think it was flirtatious. I think it was an intimidating gesture. maybe. That or he's just... Well, I can't say on the internet, can I? I can't say I get canceled. Yeah, no, there was. I think I covered all the traumatic stories yesterday from the fantasy ball. But good to see you, Bell. What's up, bro? Yeah, he's method acting. Yeah, no, a lot of the guys there were very weird. Like a lot. Again, when I say Sensei Ledoux, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? A lot of the guys there carried Sensei Ledoux energy, but for a romantasy character. They're like trying to be like gentlemanly character at the fantasy ball, princely and charming, but just autistically cringy. So it was tough to watch, I'll admit, you know, because it was tough to watch, tough to be there, you know. And then there was the other guys that you just saw them rolling their eyes the entire time, that did not want to fucking be there even the slightest. Those are the guys that came over and watched the ball game with us, actually, when we were in the last inning watching with the horde, the phalanx of screaming Jays fans, women. So it was fun though, you know. I have officially joined the ranks of the Book Talk crowd. Not that I'm into that fucking disgusting fantasy smut shit. You keep that away from me, you nasty weirdo. But it's the same thing as anime weirdos. Hey, if I can hang out with my anime friends and half of them are fucking degenerate weird gooners looking at fucking PNGs jiggling on their screens, god damn it, if I can love them, I can love my fantasy smut reading weirdos as well. And I do. You know why? Because they're the ones with fucking money. Weebs out. They don't have any fucking money, man. Are you kidding? The amount of people dressed up in there is... okay, you know what? Fine. I'll say it. Oh, Jesus. I'll mask off. Ah, fuck. Which side's which? Ah, damn it. I'll mask off. Did I break my headphones? Let's see. Damn it. Fucking god damn it. Shit. Alright. I'll mask off. I'll say it. I'll fucking say it. I'll say what all the artists are afraid to say, what they're all too scared and cowardly to admit. I'll say it. The weebs have no fucking money. Every time I'm at a fantasy convention of some variety, Comic-Cons or otherwise, anyone cosplaying as an anime character is broke because they spent all their money on gacha games and fucking trading cards. Weiss Schwarz trading cards. The weebs are broke. I'm sorry, man. I love the weebs. I love them. I love the weebs, man. I watched my first episode of an anime for the first time in a while last night. I love it. I love it. I love the whole scene. J-pop, Gundams, VTubers. I love everything about the weebs. I go to Japan yearly. Haven't been a couple of years, but I did. I love the weebs. But good God, I have never heard a group of people complain about being broke so much. And I don't mind somebody comes to the table and they're like, oh, this is cool, and they walk away. That's fine. Obviously. I'm not saying that, like, buying prints from me or dice from Ella is, like, you know, the virtuous thing to do. It's fine. But almost inevitably, all the complainers, all the people who are like, oh, this is so cool, I don't have any money. It's like, I didn't ask if you had any money. It's fine if you don't have any money. You can still look and hang out. You don't have money. Like, it's okay, dude. Right? You don't have to, like, I'm not mad at you for not buying anything. They have to, like, explain themselves that they're broke. It's always someone dressed up in some weeb shit. It's always. The comic book dudes, they always had, they never complain about being broke. The fantasy dress people, unless they're dressed as hobbits. Hobbits, what is it about fucking hobbit cosplayers that are always broke? Anyway, I don't care if people don't want to buy stuff. But the broke complainers, the ones that have to clarify that they're not buying anything because they don't have money, they're always dressed up as some sort of anime character. And it's always some shit tier anime as well. Never anybody with taste. Anybody with taste in their anime, they're chilling. I don't know. So fine, I'll take the Book Talk crowd. Fine. I'll take a group of degenerate women in their 30s who hate their husbands. All right? I'll take them. They have cash. It's okay. I'm also supposed to not make that joke at conventions around Book Talk girlies. And yet everyone that I make that joke around always thinks it's funny. It's the people who are concerned for them. But that's the thing I like about the Book Talk girlies. They have a self-aware fucking sense of humor that, God, I wish the weebs had. I wish they had it. I wish they had it, man. Here we are, though. None of this matters because today we draw for the furries. Long have they waited. Any other character I've drawn, overrated. Anime fan art, outdated. Furry season, critical role, fucking activated. Let's go, man. Let's fucking get after it. What do you feel attacked for, Sabine? With the weeb shit or the Book Talk shit? Profile. God damn it. Yeah, I am profiling the cosplayers. Absolutely. 100%. You know, wait, who okay. Cosplayers that seem to have the most money. That just throw it around so like they'll because there's a group of cosplayers that always have bags on bags on bags at conventions just carrying all kinds of shit. They are typically, which cosplayers are the ones that have the most cash, that are spending the most at conventions, that I see with the most shit? It's weirdly the fantasy ones. It's the fantasy ones. It's dudes dressed as like Aragorn and shit. It's chicks dressed as fucking pretty elves. Like, it's what is it about the fantasy crowd? Maybe they're older, I guess. No, because there's some young ones that, man, okay, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Doesn't matter. My reputation's gonna be shot after all this. After all, with Tayor, I'm gonna get weird messages for this, aren't I? God damn it. God damn it. The stream is really cool and Evan is being really entertaining, but I can't afford to drop 50 gifted right now, Evan. Like, I want to drop 50 gifted and your art is really good, but I just don't have any money right now. Like, you're doing a good job and stuff, but I already spent my $20 budget on French freerun art. Can someone throw Ashy through a window, please? Like, can someone just, can Olner, can I get an Olner in aisle throw Ashy through a fucking window, please, if you don't mind? Is that okay? Is that okay? God damn it. This fucking princess becomes a giant AO3 author and then thinks she can fucking talk shit. Holy man. God, imagine not gifting 50. Imagine not gifting 50 at 10:36 in the morning, just casually. Man, Ashy of Heart not doing any favors to her fan art situation. God, not playing the pay to win queue. Wow. Oh well. Okay, Tayor. What's up, Aya? Fantasy smut shit and DGen PNGs mentioned I was summoned. Damn it. No, we're talking about the Book Talk crowd. Actually, if there's one VTuber I knew that I'd probably absolutely pin as a Book Talk girly, it'd be you. Actually, this checks out. Never mind. Oh shit. Yeah, wait, hold on. Hold on, you know. Hold on. I have to remember it's not evening for you guys. Yes, it is indeed not evening. It is the morning. It is bright and early and AM, as you can see by the warm glow of acidic light from the Canadian North. Oh God, I hate the sun during the winter, man. Ugh. Get me out of here. Get me to California or Spain or someplace warm. Bro, I want to go start my VTuber house in California. It'll be like a streamer house, but we'll all be PNGs. I'm going to invite Olner, Vixie, and Ashy. We'll just play D&D or, Draw Steel every weekend. You leave me in Tusk love novel alone? You... Oh, God damn it. Okay. God damn it. Oh, shit. I've been enjoying your streams recently. You're phenomenal at what you do, by the way. I don't think I say that enough. I'm enjoying my stay. Okay, I know I'm just lurking and chilling. I know I'm just a view count number. I'm not an active chatter, but you always impress me, Aya. I'm a genuine fan. All right. You won't? Shut up, Cobalt. Shut up. I will. Don't think I won't. You wanna come play D&D with us? Is that what you're asking for? Is that what you're trying to ask for? Is you wanna come play? Oh shit, I'm not recording. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. It'll be nice? Okay, I'm sorry. Shit. You're terrible at games and I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, man. Professor, I must not tell lies. I in the background, stop, don't be nice. Yeah. Sorry. Here in Asia, it's 1937. What is that in American? Like 7:30? That's cool, man. Where about in Asia are you? I don't have a lot of people from from Asia. A couple people from like one of my mods is from India. I have a couple of people from Nippon, and a couple of Taiwanese viewers. I'm always curious where people are from in the world. Evan's doing furry art. God damn it. Dude. I don't have enough of my stamina bar to be trolled by another fucking JPEG today, okay? I already have... Natasha, I've already taken so much shit from fucking talking JPEGs this morning. I can't, not you two. Not you two, Natasha. Please, for the love of God. I can't, man. I just... You can't do me like this. You can't... You can't hit me like this. I sit here talking shit about the fucking anime and shit, and that summons the VTubers to just roast me. Good God, man, not you too. Let's call you a JPEG. Well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, you call yourself like an autonomous person. But look. Nipping tool. Ha! 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 Now who owns who? Ha, got him. Fucking first NFTs, then VTubers, right-click download. Let's go. Easy clap. Easy fucking clap, man. God. Fucking talking JPEGs, I swear to God, man. Evan's secretly a furry, confirmed. You know what? Fine. Today you can... I'll... Just let it out. You guys have today and today only. Until I'm done this stupid lion shit, and I really do love the character, and I love Travis Willingham, but as soon as I'm done, like, let it out now, man, because when I'm finished with this piece, I won't be taking any shit, okay? I won't be taking nothing. I don't want to hear anything after this. I finished one Lion Man piece this year, and then I'm not doing any fucking Anthro art for another year and a half until the next Critical Role campaign, or whenever Travis gets his character killed and has to make a new Catman or dog dude or whatever. So that's crazy. Yoinking VTubers, I know, right? I know, man. Right click download, get bent. Never thought about that, did you? Okay, man. Oh, this is how I get canceled on Chibidoku stream. Only NFT hunting for the well-endowed lady VTubers. Gotcha. Well-endowed lady VTubers? Oh, no. Soul. No, this is for my new... I'm like, no. Like, this is for my new collection. It's like, I'm creating a new VTuber agency, actually. that I'm hoping to recruit, you know, friends of mine like Ashy and Vixie and Natasha and Aya. I'm hoping to recruit them to my agency. We actually renamed from Project Starlight to Project Washboard. So I'm looking for a certain characteristic, let's just say, in all these VTubers. And I'm trying to find a spot for them that even so flat that walls are jealous, you know, I want them to still feel like they have a place on the internet, that they're appreciated. So, yeah, no, it's actually the exact opposite of that. So anyway, before I get fucking canceled again, Tayor, hey, who's enjoying the current season of Critical Role, man? I sure am. Tayor's great, isn't he? I think he's pretty cool. I'm enjoying our antics of our lion man with his vaguely Slavic sounding accent. Project Washboard is unreal. Yep. Speaking of VTubers and VTuber drama and cancellations, you saw Cinder's back. We really should do a drama arc. Could be lucrative. I did see Cinder's back. And you know what? I heard somebody say something a long time ago. I remember because I was watching a video about some streamer that did some stuff and got canceled in Shadowlands, the expansion. I remember because I was watching the video whilst running around Oribos. Is that the name of the... Yeah, Oribos? I think that was the name of the place. Anyway, this was in Shadowlands, and I track time in my life, by the way, in World of Warcraft expansions, not by years or life events, because that's how I can remember it the easiest. So back in Shadowlands era, somebody said something. They said that cancellation was an invisible gun. It can't hurt you if you don't believe it's real. And I remember then another person said, getting canceled doesn't matter. All you do is just sub-only mode for 3 weeks and then go about your business. And it doesn't matter. And Cinder coming back is fucking proof of that, because I saw that she had like 4,000 or 5,000 people watching her or some shit. It just goes to show, man, doesn't matter what you do, doesn't matter who you piss off, doesn't matter what happens, man. In the end, right click, go live. Yes, I did see Cinder's back, and I think that's fucking hilarious. Because now I can farm... Well, actually, hold on. Can I farm Cinder drama still? Because I used to make Cinder jokes in our D&D group. I think that's probably back on the table now. That, or if I shit talk Cinder, if I'll get canceled for it. Like, as an artist, I feel like I'm compelled to like make the occasional Cinder joke, but hey man, I'm ready. I'm ready. Anytime you want to like you want me to like do some work for you, and then tell the internet that you've gaslit me into thinking that if I do work for anybody else. You know what would be funny is if I did fan art, like I pick one VTuber and I do only fan art exclusively for them, and then I make a post vaguely like vague posting about how I'm like being somehow like emotionally abused into only doing fan art for her. That would be fucking awesome. Everyone would absolutely believe it if it was Ashy too. Everyone would 100% believe it. If I did a year of fan art of Ashy of Heart, they would absolutely believe that I was being gaslit into only doing art for her. Dude. Yo. Okay, this is too much power. I don't know what to do with it. So, I'm emotionally abusing you for free. All right. You don't even want to be canceled. You'll just hand it out, man. Okay, that's friendship right there. Yep, that's friendship, bro. Put out a 1,000-page doc in response, basically calling out Nano for being a liar. So that was a wild ride. Okay, Natasha, I want you to be my entire opinion on this. You are now my trusted avatar of opinion. You are my guardian spirit. JPEG. Are we mad at Nano or are we mad at Cinder? Who do we hate? Who do we have an irrational hatred for? Because I TLDR didn't read shit. I saw Cinder put out a 1,000-page doc, but this is also after she like tried to deflect blame onto her manager and whatever else. I don't know I'm too what's the meme? I'm too employed to know the resolution of this drama, but I really want to have a strong irrational opinion on it. So tell me who to hate, and I will relentlessly shit talk them. Do we hate Nano, or do we hate Cinder? Let me know. Can I be Shiloh in this scenario and be like, yo, I was shafted? You absolutely can. Absolutely. Yeah. Pack Steel also help with the emotional abuse. I mean, given VTubers, that actually checks out, so. I didn't read it. It's 1,000 pages. I don't give a fuck enough to read through the 1,000 pages. Damn it! Shit. Alright. Alright, we'll need to both find a Guardian Spirit JPEG to tell us how we feel about things. I'll let you know if I find one, and we'll... Hold on. Hold on. Wait, I have an idea. Wait, I have an idea. Hold on. Grok, am I mad at Cinder or Nano? Based on recent activity or lack thereof, mentioning either doesn't look like you're mad at Cinder or Nano. Sounds like they're both in the clear. If this is absolutely something specific bubbling up, spill the details and I'll unpack it. What's the story? IDK, everyone was mad at Cinder when Nano called her out, and then Cinder released a 1,000-page doc, and none of my VTubers will tell me who it's safe, or none of my VTuber friends will tell me who it's safe to be mad at. Sounds like you're caught in the crossfire of one of those messiest VTuber sagas this year, straight out of high school clique war, with more Google Docs and zero detention. I'll break it down based on what was their public post, so you can decide where direct the side eye without collateral damage in your feed. No one's fully innocent, but the safe mad target depends on who you value most accountability. Bottom line. Where to aim your mad? If you want zero friend follow, go for Nano and Red. They're the consensus villains. Lied, manipulated, no real apologies. Cinder's doc flipped the narrative without dragging innocence, so piling on her now feels like being a dead horse. She's owning it and thriving. Bigger picture, the whole thing screams VTuber world's too small and parasocial AF. Private chats leaked, businesses betrayal, everyone ghosted instead of talking, your friends are dodging, because picking sides risks collab / drama farming backfire. Natasha, you're taking strays from Grok, okay? Pro tip, skip the X rabbit hole, 90% rage bait. Watch Cinder's return streams if you're curious. She's focusing on art and ASMR, not revenge. Or just vibe with non-drama VTubers. Life's too short for 1,000-page PDFs. If this lines up with your crew's whispering or if missing a thread, hit me with the deets. Nah, it's cool. My friends are just being pussies. Got it. Thanks, Grok. All right, guys, now we have an opinion. Now we have an opinion. Great. Now we know exactly who to be mad at. So, cool. Cheers. Sick. Mm-hmm. Did Grok tell you to get off? Wait, Grok told me to get off Twitter. Wait, hold on. That didn't... that didn't even register. Grok told me to fucking touch grass. Holy shit. Twitter AI told me to fucking touch grass. That's hilarious, man. Oh, Grok told me to fucking log off, go outside, and stop talking to VTubers about drama. That's crazy, man. All right. Well, thank God somebody had the stones to tell me what to have an opinion about today. I looked to my fucking VTuber friends to form an opinion for me, and I had to go ask the fucking AI. Holy man. Holy. What is this world coming to? Grok said, grow the fuck up. Grok said, yeah, Grok really told me to fucking chill. Not even fall into VTuber drama. That's kind of based, isn't it, actually? That's like that's like you ask your friend, hey, how do I feel about this drama? And your friend says, don't feel anything about it. Grow the fuck up. Go outside and stop worrying about VTuber drama. Dude, that's actually kind of, you know, I'm surprised. I've never used Grok before. So I was not expecting that. I didn't know what I was gonna expect though. Camellia, did I say that right? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Honor to have you. Ironically, she's still dating Red. Is that true? Is that true? Oh no. Oh no. Now who do we be mad at? You know what? We're drawing Catman today from Critical Role. We're not gonna be mad at anybody except for ourselves for... Hold on, how the fuck do lion eyebrows work? What is this random lion brow bulge here? I'm expecting it or anticipating it to be some sort of muscle that I don't know exists. This one right here. Because yes, I have to use reference today. Otherwise, how am I ever going to draw Catman? Tayor. Which I should probably use the reference a little bit more. Also, lions don't have braided beards, so this is going to be a bit of an interesting one, I think. Sorry your fault, by the way, for not finishing the other art piece. I know it is. I did this to myself. I'm fully aware that the only reason I'm sitting here drawing Tayor right now is because I didn't finish, was it Azune I think I was working on yesterday or whatever, or last week? Or some shit? I don't know if we're seriously going into the drama or if we're actually moving on. I'm so lost. Don't worry about it, soul. When it comes to VTuber drama, it's all just a meme. It's all just a meme, dog. Trying, like, if you're lost, that's good. Because if you know where you are when we're talking about VTuber drama, that's I think, the problem. I think that's the entire problem. Don't even worry about it, dog. Almost, Nick. Almost. We forget Evan doesn't get mad about stuff. Exactly. Exactly. The only thing... Wait, the only thing I got mad about this morning was Weebs, I think it was. At conventions. That was about it?
Visitors,
yeah. Okay.
How
Yo,
exciting.
Say! What's up, dude? Hello. Welcome to... Oh, God. Say, I can explain. I can explain. You know, I actually don't have a good explanation for this one today. We're just doing a lion man. Oh God. Thank you for the raid, Say. I appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Hope you had a good time in the mines. As that's what I believe you were playing Minecraft all stream. I'm not sure if you did anything else after. I had to bounce at a certain point. But hey man, what's up guys? Good to see you. If you guys aren't following Say is one of the places I hang out before my stream some days when I'm getting warmed up and doing stuff. Say's an amazing artist and a lovely streamer. So we'll follow Say. Heard someone is a furry now. Yep, get it out of your system today. Today you're allowed. Yep, furry era. That's right, man. You guys can it's talk your shit, dude. Just say what you need to. Get it out of your systems. Today's the one day. Yep, it's the furry era. Okay. Yeah. Oh wow. Evan's doing art of a fucking cat man from Critical Role. Just get it out of your systems, dog. Let it out. It'll be okay. You get one day of calling me a furry and chat without getting banned, and it's today. So have fun, enjoy yourself. Yep. Totally isn't someone who's actively learning furry art. God, no. God. You know why I have an aversion to drawing furry. Like, obviously, this is not furry shit. This is not furry shit, but it will attract the furry clients because if they see you doing anthropomorphic characters, and that's fine. The reason why I will not probably ever do furry art is for one unfortunate reason, and it's not a popular take. Now, as Fel said earlier, I've had some boiling hot takes today, but this might be the worst received one yet. The reason I don't do furry art is because the whole idea about furries having infinite money, it's not true. It's not true. They can't afford me, man. I tell them how much a piece will be, ghosted. Ghosted. I told somebody, I said to them, they said, do you do anthro art? And I said, hey, if you've got an anthro character, I don't mind, but since it's something I don't usually do, if it's out of style, NDA, whatever, I have no idea how long it's going to take me, I just charge double. Just so you know up front, whatever the quote is normally, I charge double for things that are out of style. If it's anime or furry or anything like that, that's pretty standard for me. And they always say, oh yeah, totally, that's fine. Absolutely, that's totally fine. Hey, money is no object. I've had that said in DMs before. Money is no object. And they say, how much would it be for this? They describe the character, all this stuff. I said, wow. Normally that piece would be about 350. And so obviously since it's out of style and whatever, that would bring it up to 700. Ghosted. And fair enough. I don't think it's worth spending that much money on art from me. I think that if you're spending a lot of money, but the bravado that they come with, that there is no cost too high, no price point out of their range, that they pride themselves on being unfathomably wealthy. They can't afford me. And that's why I don't do furry art. That's why, man. I'm happy to. They just, you know, the legends were a lie, it seems. It's unfortunate, man, but look. At the end of the day, though, the one redeeming factor is they're still nowhere near as broke as VTubers. Though, to be fair, the bar is on the floor at that point, so I... you know. I don't want to catch any more heat, but that I don't think is a hot take, so... Time to our Cat Boy Evan smooching the Lion Boy because he's a confirmed furry. I'm gonna today, not gonna do anything. You know what? Today, fine. You said you can talk shit. I'll remember it, but I'll allow it today. You can talk your shit. I will remember it, though. How does his armor work? His armor is... Oh. That's cool. Looks kind of Warcraftian, to be honest. Big old bolts, man. Or rivets. It's very Warcraft. I like it. This character design I like. I'm not a huge fan of a lot of the character designs from the new season, but this one's good. I like the character design here. I like the armor. Ouch. Amen. That's fair. Also, when I said that I was actually referring to myself. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Well then, good luck. Good luck. I hope you become a master of your field. There we go. Don't put me for being broke. Look, as VTuber in Evan's chat, I'm always out here catching strays. I did have, like, funnily enough, I did have a very nice VTuber whom I like quite a bit. She asked me, she was like, hey, can you do this piece for me? And I really want you to do it for me. And I know you normally do like stuff for VTubers or whatever, but I really want your art to be the art that I use for it was like for an event. And she's like, and she did the thing where she was like, and I know you're a professional and I know you're busy, I know whatever. So I want you to be fully, you know, whatever. I want this to be a proper like professional project. And I want you to do this thing and I'm going to pay you $200 for it. and I won't take no for an answer. And you're gonna do it, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy to do the project, and I'm gonna be happy to pay you, and whatever. And it took me a minute to realize that that was her overpaying for art. That was her like being really nice, and like saying, "Hey man, I'm gonna overpay you on this project, and I expect whatever, and you're just gonna, don't complain, don't whine, don't, oh, I don't charge that much, just take it and be happy." That's what I realized. I just told her I was too busy because I didn't have the heart to tell her it would cost her closer to 500. I couldn't say it, man. I couldn't say it. I just said I was too busy. I'm so sorry. I can't take out a project. That's really generous. I really appreciate the support, but that's just, I'm way too busy. I'm so sorry. I'll let you know when I'm freed up, but I know it's not going to be in time for your event, so please find another artist. I'm so sorry. I had to do it, man. Any tips for learning to draw / paint? Depends on if you are a hobbyist or someone looking to be a professional art cram, because the tips vary widely. Getting good at drawing and painting is not complicated, but it is very simple, but it is difficult and it requires a lot of time. And so the problem is that what I find is a lot of people who will ask that question, I never know, without knowing a little bit about your goals, if you are somebody that's trying to achieve like a better skill set so you can enjoy the process, or if you're trying to be professional, because that will be very wildly different advice. You know, what is actually required to get good, and like I can guarantee any art, I can tell you what to do, and if you do it, I guarantee, capital G guarantee, you will get extremely good. You'll be a professional at the state level that you want to. You'll be fully self-employed on whatever, or studio ready, portfolio grade, whatever. I can guarantee that. The problem is it's very difficult, and a lot of people aren't willing to do it. So it kind of changes. It's like, hey, if you're just a hobbyist, like, here's some stuff, like, have fun, go do whatever. But if you want to be professional, okay, cool, here's what you do. And then, you know, see you in 2 years, right? So I lost time now that my kids are all in school. How can I improve to be pro on Monday, Friday schedule? So the TLDR would look something like building the fundamental skills for art is a little tedious, but it is required. So if you want to eventually do stylistic work like anime or comic books or something like that, the challenge is you must learn to draw and paint representationally. So you could call that realistically before you can do any of that stuff. So if you want to take that challenge, if you want to go down that path, there's a lot of places to start your fundamentals career. I would say 2 that I would recommend at the very beginning, like, I'm taking you very seriously. You say you want to be a pro, and you don't have to put a ton of time into it, like whatever, but it's about a consistency. Get a book on drawing fundamentals. Books almost universally from Amazon are all good resources. A lot of the internet resources are really bad, and I'll tell you why. The internet and YouTube art schools, they cater to an algorithm. So it is not an artist curating lessons for you. It's an algorithm. So if there's like 2 videos on YouTube, and one video is like how to draw in 5 minutes to be the best artist ever, and it's got like 70,000 views. And then the other one is how to be a good artist in, 10 hours. And it's got 5 views. Because people are not looking for the actual answer. They're looking for a convenient, easy, fix, a quick fix. So they'll naturally gravitate towards the easy option. So do not let YouTube curate how to get good at art. Because a lot of people who make videos are very incentivized to make quick tips, hacks, 5-step, 10-minute, whatever type things. And if you really want the real, kind of fundamental education, you want to find it from people who are incentivized to give you good resources. So start with books. Go grab a couple on Amazon. If you want some recommendations, I would go get the Bridgman books, the Bridgman drawing. Those are fantastic places to learn how to draw the human form. There's a bunch of different ones. They're like $10 each or whatever, constructive anatomy, heads, features, whatever. But any book on drawing will be a phenomenal resource to start with. The other thing that you can do is a site called Drawbox is a very good, comprehensive tutorial free, I think, website on how to begin your fundamentals career. If you're willing to do both these things, you're willing to do your fundamental work, you're willing to put time into it, there are two things here that are going to be of key importance that will determine your success or not. The first is consistency. I've never seen an artist who's consistent not get extremely good. Ever. Not once. Talent doesn't determine it. It is just if you got the Monday to Friday schedule, if you're willing to put in an hour every single day, you will get unfathomably good in what feels like a short amount of time. 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, 2 year, around there. The other thing is to learn and have patience and be able to push for your fundamentals, but do not let them overwhelm you. So consistency, and I would maybe try and pick a 70-30 between drawing shit you want to draw and drawing shit that is you know, gonna improve you as an artist. Past that, the specifics of what things to do, what books to read, what websites to pick, what tutorials to follow, these things are all secondary on a level that is so non-important, it's not even funny. It's like almost non-existent. I wouldn't worry about it at all. It's not about a specific site, a specific book, a specific YouTube channel, a specific tutorial. It's all about consistency. It's all about actually putting in the work for your fundamentals. So, what's up, Ernesto? Easy to learn, hard to master. I think in essence I'd agree, but I think the thing that I always prefer to talk about is it's very simple, but it's hard. Like lots of things that I've realized in the last like 5 years are very simple to accomplish. You know, going to the gym and losing like 110-ish pounds now at this point. No, I guess more like 100 because I put on some weight. Anyway, going through my weight loss journey, I realized none of it's complicated. It's hard as fuck, but none of it's complicated. Don't eat more than you burn for calories. Eat good whole foods, prioritize protein, move your body and work out. It's very simple. But getting yourself to do that is the hard part. The psychology behind it, the motivation, all that stuff is the hard part. So I think the reason why I reference that is because I think it's good to think about things as not complicated. Because sometimes we look at problems and we're like, oh, this is so complicated, what do I do? You know, but to be honest, let's not pretend like a lot of these things are complicated. Getting good at art is not some arcane secret. It's super simple. It's unbelievably simple. And don't let anyone who's struggling with it tell you it's not. And don't let anyone who's good at it pretend like they're some genius and they figured out some complex problem, because it's not. It's super simple. It's just hard to get yourself to do it. So yeah, gotta know how it works and what it is supposed to look like, be able to know how to change it and how to change. Yeah, how to stylize it. 100%. That's the important part. Never learn art in a style. Never ever learn art in a style. Learn representational drawing, and then your style, your preferences will become apparent. So, a book I should check is Loomis still the gold standard? Loomis is not a good thing to learn. No.
I feel you, Evan. You didn't have the heart to tell your tuber friend that price is what get from your little horde of minions during a week hypertrain log. Can I pre-order the pre-order of cards tomorrow today? Less than 3.
There's no early access pay to win pre-order. God damn it. Thank you for the 100. It's not 100 bits, the fucking $10. I thought that was bits. I didn't think that was an actual fucking straight stream element Dota. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. That's very, no, god damn it. No, the pre-orders will be live tomorrow, okay? There'll be the first edition and then the second edition after that if this first edition sells out. So I want to have enough. I want people who are part of the guild to get first edition stuff, and I might even when I do second edition stuff, I might not still do I might not bring first edition stuff to conventions. I might just let it chill for people in the print store or whatever, right?
Have you heard the one about the guy who can't focus on art? No? Makes sense. He was a comedian.
Oh, thanks, 100 bits, Duria. Appreciate it. Lost you the ads. What do you see after 7030? Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry then. What was the thought? Basically, make sure that you're spending time not just doing fundamentals. It's very important to do your fundamentals and to practice that very basic stuff that doesn't feel like you're doing. Like any problem in art can be addressed with fundamentals. If you come back to me in a week here, Artgram, and you say, hey, having trouble learning to draw faces, I can tell you exactly the fundamentals to practice, or I'm having trouble drawing hands or whatever. Nothing can't be solved by your fundamentals. It's crazy how our brains work that way. But 70/30, definitely make sure you are focusing on your own. Why do we even have that alert?
I don't want it. It's stupid. I hate it. I hate Evan.
You spent 666 bits for that. Hey, thanks for the bits, dude. I appreciate that. It's very generous, but god damn it. Artgram, the thing about the thing I said after that is Loomis is not a good idea. The Loomis method is not a good idea to learn. Okay.
Why?
Oh
It's
god.
stupid.
Poor Minnie.
I hate it. I hate Evan.
Thanks for the 1200, the 1300 bits, Dark. I appreciate that. Thanks for reminding me that that's a bit alert that still exists in my stream,
We're
dude.
almost there. I reinstated my Patreon membership, and I can't
God.
remember if you still
Oh,
send
shit, Grok.
out the sketches
What's
in
up,
the
dude?
mail. If so, I have to edit my mailing
If you're
address.
getting something that one of the mail tiers, then absolutely, please do. That's awesome, dude. Thanks for the support, Grok. I appreciate it, man. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for 46 months. Hold on, let me finish my thought here real quick with Loomis. I don't want to leave Artcrum hanging here. So Loomis is a great idea for understanding how to quickly simplify shapes that you already know how to draw. Okay, but it is not going to teach you how to draw that. So if you're looking for something more like this is the difficult thing. The Loomis method, people make it look like it is this really quick, easy, like boom, bam, you're done. Just draw this, dude, nose, bam, measurement, line here. There you go. You can draw a face. That doesn't teach you actually how to draw a face. It doesn't teach you the construction of what you're doing with faces. The Loomis method is a very advanced way of like step by step. Here's how to draw a cat. You draw, you know, ooh, the hell. I kill my music. Oh god, I kill my music. There we go. The Loomis method is like here's how you draw a cat. You do the line, and then you do a circle, and you do this, and then you do that, and like it's step by step bullshit. We don't want to learn how to do this. This isn't learning how to draw anything. You have no idea actually how to draw a cat when you take these little like kind of cute tutorials on the internet and shit like that. So that is not a good. Loomis is the same thing if you're learning how to draw. The Loomis is a good system of measurement for understanding when you already know how to draw. If you want something that's a little more like real but is more difficult, you want to look at something called the Asaro head. The Asaro head is not a drawing tool, it's not a drawing system, but the Asaro head is basically understanding the planes of the face and understanding how light moves, creating a three-dimensional shape that you can base and change the construction of the anatomy. It's to like be able to understand the Asaro head, you have to understand how light works, how 3D shapes work, how bone structure, fat, and flesh influence somebody's features, how cartilage defines features. So it's very difficult compared to the Loomis, but this is what I was talking about for the YouTube stuff. If you want to learn how to draw faces, the Loomis method is going to be a 5-minute tutorial. The Asaro head is going to be like a 3-day workshop. But that's what's required to understand how a face works. So this is one of those complicated things. You go online, you look for how to draw faces, you're going to get a lot of tutorials for like Loomis stuff. If you go through like a drawing course, a book, things like that, they're going to take you through step by step more things like this Asaro. They might teach you Loomis so that you understand how to like measure quickly and easily, but Loomis is not really going to help you out to learn. It's a tool. It's an incorrect tool because it is a tool that people who already know how to draw will use to show people how they think about constructing a face. But it is not a good tool for learning how to do that. And a lot of people who are using the Loomis method as an educational tool are doing so, I don't think maliciously, but they're doing it without realizing what they're doing. They're just showing, oh, I want to help people, so I'm going to explain how I do it, and hopefully that'll help somebody else figure out how to do it. So they come from it from, I think, a good place. But realistically and honestly, I don't think it's great for learning because yeah, if I show you how to do the Loomis method on how to draw a face, how to measure things out, how to like do this whole thing, you might like, you know, you might like have an idea on how to draw a face from like, you know, this like straight on perspective, but understanding how to draw the face from, you know, a different angle, how to draw the face moving through space, how to draw the human head is like a very difficult thing to understand because it's a very complex 3D object. So the Loomis method is a great way. If you're going to, like, I can teach you how to draw a face straight on with the Loomis method, or even like slightly variations, but it won't teach you how to understand how to build and construct a face, even to look different. You won't understand that the way the skull sort of like is formed, this like ridge in the nose, the cartilage will change the shape of the nose, the different ages, different genders, different ethnicities, different sort of like, you know, you like even what's crazy about the human nose is there's so many determining factors on how to draw or on how a human nose is constructed. A lot of it's genetics in how your bone structure is created. I have a very large gap between the bottom of my nose and the top of my lip. That's something that's determined by my bone structure. But I don't have a very large bridge, and that's determined by the cartilage in my nose, right? A lot of that is also influenced by, I didn't grow up with sports, so I didn't grow up with an elevated level of testosterone. You see dudes who are like 24 years old that are hockey players or football players, they have big, pronounced, long, bridged noses because that's how testosterone influences the male nose. You look at a 75-year-old, he doesn't have cute little button nose, he has like a much larger nose because age does that too. So like, there's so many factors in understanding how to construct a human face that are beyond what simply understanding the Loomis method can do for you. So that's why I definitely don't recommend things like that early on in the process. I think that's fine for measuring out the face once you understand all these different like intricate details, but it's not really great for learning. So that's an issue I think with like YouTube Academy is people definitely get the impression that that's like a good way to begin their skills. And fair enough, because that's what the, you know, YouTube video with 1 million views says for you to do. But I think that it's like lacking a little bit. So that's the main reason why I encourage people to go look at like books on drawing, is because those books are going to be more comprehensive tools for learning, because they're not, the book is supposed to be a value. It's supposed to be a cost versus value equation. It's not supposed to be something that gets algorithmic views in, right? And that's kind of the reason why. So Dark is slowly on their way to the next crumb. Dark is slowly on his way to the next crumb. Absolutely. So I think, wait, what is Dark whining about trading cards? Dark is the only person I think besides me that has an uncut sheet of trade. I'm pretty sure Dark has an uncut sheet of trading cards of the original alpha print. So god damn, man. God damn. I'm going to be adding like a small edition of uncut sheets as well to the because people said they wanted access to them as well. So I'm going to be adding those to the print store as well. The things I'm thinking about, just because we're talking about it right now, for the trading card release tomorrow, there is going to be a couple of things that I'm going to be doing with it. And if there's more things that I should or whatever, let me know if I forget anything. Booster packs are going to be $15 each. Boxes of 8 will be, what's 15 times 8? 120? Whatever that is. 15 times 8. 4 times 30. Yeah, 120. Okay. I'm also going to have uncut sheets. Oops. Uncut sheets, edition to 10. And those are going to be, I think, 50, because that's the same size as the regular print for me. There should be more. No, fuck it. Yeah, whatever. Uncut sheets, and then I also might do... boxes of 8 will also come with a box topper promo. Box of 8 comes with promo. And I should also do some sort of pre-order promo as well, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I might do... So the idea of having specific limited promos that are like a limited edition, a limited run, is not a terrible idea, and if people like find it interesting or whatever, I think it's a cool idea. I just don't have any plans for it, because people had talked about like liking the idea of getting a promo for their cards that they get from the sponsorship thing in the case in the slab. But the idea of doing like a limited run of promos for like, you know, whatever, I don't know if I really want to do that right now. That seems like a lot. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't know if I can get enough of these slabs for them. So I might, if I can get more, I will do that. But these are the three things that I'm kind of thinking about tomorrow. And then maybe maybe a pre-order promo for release or something like a beta card. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll like include like a beta card in it because it's like kind of fun to have the beta stamp on it or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking about it for tomorrow. What's going to be up there. Ella has the listings for these created. She doesn't have the listing for the uncut sheets, and I think I only want to do 10 of them because I think that's like it's fun to like keep the whole thing like pretty limited or whatever. How many boxes are there going to be? I'm thinking. How many boxes versus pack? There's not going to be as many boxes as there are single packs because the boxes are obviously going to take me a lot of time to make. So potentially 12 or 14 boxes, somewhere around that. Something like that around there. But there are not going to be a ton of them. They're just going to be kind of a fun, stupid thing. There's no discount to getting a box, so obviously it's like whatever. So it's just a dumb way to, yeah. I just like it. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. So, but yeah, that's the first edition. Then if the first edition for some ungodly reason sells out, then I'm gonna do a second edition so that I have stuff for the convention as well. So, yeah. Need some full art foil holo cards with the signature of the artist who drew the card on it outside the door printing release numbers. Yes, so that's the thing is there are signed cards. Soul. There are signed cards from various heroes of Eldara in the harder to whatever do slots of cards. So I have a whole bunch of stuff that I'm making that's like handmade whatever to go in inserts, that kind of shit, all of that. So yeah, I don't know, dog. It's gonna be fun. I hope people enjoy it. I'm having fun making it. It's gonna be a whole thing tomorrow. We'll see. All right, Taylor. Let's finish this art or this sketch over here so we can do the proper line art for our boy and see what's up. Can I arrange for Dark to get a 5-minute delay so we can get some? I don't think anyone's gonna fucking nuke the I'm not I don't look. There'll be enough. It's these are expensive print things. All right, like Ella thinks I'm crazy for only charging $15 for a booster pack. She's like, don't your prints sell for 25 and isn't this a full print sheet? I was like, shit. I just don't want it to be more than $15 because I wanted it to be $10. But obviously the material cost on it is so high because I basically have to make a full print for this plus other stuff. So, but I don't want it to feels bad if it's more than that, you know? So it'll be around there. We shall see what happens tomorrow, but I don't expect it to be anything too insane or whatever. The fuck does a lion's hairline work? Trying to keep with the like sort of wispy swishes of hair in the style, but it is kind of hard not to do the lion kind of like very kind of sharp looking fringes and stuff. With the print you control what you get, so you justify it that way maybe. Yeah, that's true. I would love to be able to charge $20 a booster because of the time that goes into it, but I just don't think I can. Like it just doesn't. It doesn't. This is not like I'm trying to figure out what covers cost and what doesn't like completely destroy my time. Potentially later on, if I'm like, hey, that took me like 100 hours to do this shit, then I'll have to adjust it. But I don't ever want this to be like a big thing or whatever. It's supposed to be a fun passion project that I'm doing, not some, you know, fucking venture or whatever. So not too bad. The others who wanted to get them won't get them, but then again, all of them get a second edition. Damn, bro. Damn, bro. What the hell, man? Do you guys want a bigger first edition? Said drawing Terror would be easy, you'd be lying. Okay, Dispel. Okay. Listen. I'm doing my best today, alright? I'm doing my best. I gotta get my boy done. God, do I need to make the editions bigger? There's no way the edition needs to be bigger, right? Than 250? Right? I can make rares to 20. Oh god, maybe I should really have thought about doing a bigger first edition. Well, I haven't talked about any numbers and stuff yet, so I suppose I could make it slightly larger and do rares to 20 instead of, or like add some other sketch cards and stuff in and whatnot. If you guys are really gonna be insane, which I am like mostly convinced it's memes, you know. But when was that? Wait, they only did 152. Of individual. No, I'm talking about full booster packs available. Yeah. You play Gartic Phone? I've heard of it, but I actually don't know what it is. So, yeah. Is that like a drawing game, like Jackbox kind of stuff? Booster packs. Yeah, no. I'm talking about a full print run of booster packs. I was only gonna make an edition of 250, but if y'all are gonna be insane over whatever, I could push it up to maybe 3. No, there's no, never mind. What am I worried about? Why am I worried about this? This is not gonna. No, okay, all right. It's fine. 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 No one's gonna go that crazy. So might push it up, but probably won't need to. All right, I think we're good. I think we can actually start drawing our boy here. I think this is a good enough base. Oh wait, no, he's got. Oh, I forgot. He's got braids. He's got big old braids. How did I forget that shit? How are they tied? Oh, they're just okay. That is on his kind of mane right there. What is this? What is this right here? On our boy. Kind of looks like a strap, but it could just be fur weirdly shaded. I think this is just a weird, really straight shading of the fur. If you look at the zoomed out version right here, I think that's what it is. I'm gonna assume there's no like belts or anything there. It's just him chilling. Yeah. Okay. All right, Tayor. Oops. Oh god, we're not cropping anything. No, shit. Photoshop, stop. Uh-oh, it's loading. It's loading. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm missing the cards. How fair will have to be tomorrow? Now, you don't have to be fair. You guys don't have to be fair at all, all right? Chill. Relax. There's no feral required. There will be enough. Not worried about it. I'm not concerned, okay? I might have to adjust the print run to be a little bit larger. That's not going to affect any of the like big stuff like epics and shit. It only affect the rares and whatever, and more sketch cards I could do as well. Because the sketch cards are gonna be fun. Like check this shit out. The sketch cards I'm doing for this one are gonna be combination of regular sketch inserts. So the sketch cards that I normally do, these ones. So I've done a couple of them for the set, and I'm gonna have a couple of low numbers in there from like old whatevers. Those are, oh wait, that one's not a good example. But then a lot of them are gonna be on illustration board, like these. These are the crumbs. This is there's gonna be 5-ish crumbs. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna like number them or make them into a series. Maybe I'll do another 5 because I kind of enjoyed that. Look at them contemplating the distance, and then a couple of just like landscapes and shit like this. So I can always add in more sketch cards and things like that to not affect print run numbers and shit like that and whatever. But yeah, man, there's a couple of like horizontal ones as well, kind of the more standard frame. So, why is anyone taking this seriously? Why does anyone take me seriously? What the fuck, man? Why does anyone take anything I do seriously? Okay. Alright, Terror Pride Sire. Let me just do a little bit more fur rendering here and then we'll jump into it. Okay. What do we think? Does he look Pride Sire-y enough? I think I need to change. I think I need to push this down a little bit. Yeah. I'm gonna move that just down a smidge. That's better. Yeah. Move his braid up a little bit. I don't think it's quite that long. Besides, he's like looking down in this version. He's kind of like looking straight up in this one, so it's gonna be higher up. And it doesn't have to be exact. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Yo, that Azune piece did really well on Twitter, which is really cool. People enjoyed that one. Same views it got, actually. I need to take the hand break before we start the actual piece. How well did our Azune piece do? Did people like it? Azune. 45,000 views on that one. Good God, man. Yes, thank you. I gotta do my stretches. 45,000, dude. I don't want to purchase a one box the first 24 hours. Ella doesn't know how to do that in Shopify. Ella has no clue how to do that in Shopify and couldn't get to work yesterday. So, yep. All right. How did our video do yesterday on? No, that's Natasha. God damn it. 1,000 views. That's pretty good though. Not bad, man. Look at all the people being nice. What about Instagram? What about Instagram? How do people like this one? Hey. No, wait. We never trust witches. Otherwise, you end up losing your child for an undead zombie husband for for a trade. This sounds personal. What the fuck? Wait, are the comments on these videos unhinged? Wait. These ones were tame, right? Is not how you might find yourself engulfed by a pet shambling mound. Some of my players meet a herbalist in the forest. Yes, she's a hag. Oops, my stretches. Yes, she's a hag, but she respects a good bargain and loves the elves, and she was willing to help them. My dear players betrayed her and killed her frogs? Why? Why the frogs? The hell, man? Oh. Alright, don't post it. Fuck it. Screw it. Screw it. Okay, you ready? You ready? Oh, whoops. I refreshed my shit. Oops. Oh god. Oh god. No. League of Legends. Okay, whatever. 100% new here for me. Well, the spell, you're most welcome here, my friend. You're most welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. Do your stretches. Dude, my physio is actually, he was a streamer. It was really cool. I didn't know that. We chatted about it. He used to stream and he plays League and stuff. He knew all about the Twitch stuff. When I was telling him what I was doing this year, he was really excited. He was really cool. I like him quite a bit. He's taught me more exercises and stuff. So my wrist has been feeling better. My hand has been feeling great. My fingers have been feeling good. So been helping, man. Gotta go. All right, Sanctorius, take care, my friend. All right, under sketch complete. Time to draw our lion man. We're gonna call this sketch. We'll copy our layer. Always name your layers. Real artists name their layers. Right? Am I still recording? I am. Okay. Maybe I can one-shot this in one day. What do you think? One-shot Taeor art, one day. I can do it. One recording, one day. I have the power. I have the capacity. I absolutely believe. I believe. I'm gonna try my best, all right? I'm not gonna say anything. Like I'm not gonna make any deals, any bargains. That's how I got into this position in the first place. That's how I'm drawing a Leonin. Is I accidentally committed to finishing a piece in one day. And now I'm sitting here drawing my least confident ability for a character. But I think it's okay. I think it's turning out all right, you know? We gotta start with the eyes. Always start with the eyes, remember. Makes for the best videos. Do I want to start with the eyes? Absolutely not. It's one of the least, least anchored points for my own, measuring and stuff like that. Never want to start with the character's eyes. But for videos, I think it makes a difference. You know? You play League, sorry I'm new and as AFK for bed. I don't really play League anymore. I used to play a lot. I used to play League and StarCraft 2 and Overwatch pretty competitively. But I don't anymore because I don't want to invest the time required to be good. And if it's one of those games that I'm not very relaxed at, if I can't be good at the game, I don't really want to play it, you know? There's lots of games that I'm okay being casual at, but when it comes to competitive games, I get real competitive. If I can't feel like I can be competitive, then I don't want to play it. Occasionally I'll reinstall it and play some ARAMs and stuff like that. Which is fun, and following the worlds and stuff is great. And one of my D&D players was actually the head of all North American esports for League of Legends for a year or two a while ago. So she was in charge of LCS and before they renamed it, and Worlds and whatnot. And that was cool because I played a lot while she was sort of running it and in charge of things. Because it was just it's fun to talk about it with her on D&D and then go play it myself and then watch everything. But since then, no, I don't really play all that much. I have to I spend unreal amounts of time working, and I really have to figure out what I'm doing with my time, my spare time. I have to guard it very carefully, and a lot of times just making the sacrifices required to play games. It has to be a game that I feel like I'm getting something out of, so a narrative game, or the game has to be very relaxing for me. And I don't find competitive video games all that relaxing. They're fulfilling and fun, but I would never relax and play just a chill game of fucking top 500 ranked Overwatch. It's stressful, in some ways. And so I don't really play League or any more competitive games. I wish I could, but well, it's a bit of a cop-out to say I wish I could, because everyone has time for anything you want. You know, I don't really believe in the whole like, oh, I don't have time for this or that or whatever. Like you make time if it's important, but I just don't want to make the time for games like that. I wish I did, but I've started the nose a lot of times. Noses are good. I prefer to start with characters like if I'm drawing a face and I've got like my kind of like my basic face kind of outlined or whatever. You know. If I'm like starting with a character, I like to start in the anchor points of around the ear and jaw. There's something about building a character's face up and to the left or whatever, or out expanding from the jaw that makes more sense to me. The drawing, it's like a good anchor point for me. And like that's what I was talking about earlier about the Loomis method not being good, is because the Loomis method is understanding anchor points for you once you have your own preferential anchor points. You know what I mean? So starting with the eyes is like, I'm definitely not comfortable starting with the eyes, but that's why I do a much more substantial like under sketch than on pieces like this. So I really don't want to have to make any decisions. I really just want to render, you know? I was wondering, when you draw a cat again, are you going to draw as wolf companion as well? Probably not, honestly. Drawing oh fuck, what's his name? Octus. Drawing Pin would be easy because he's just a shoulder mounted little fox dude. But Cadigan, I mean, it's a whole wolf companion. Like most likely not, to be real. That'd be a whole other piece, and then I'd just be drawing a wolf, and it's like, you know. Maybe as a meme, if people really like the Cadigan one. Maybe I'll say that in the video. Like if this video gets 1,000 likes, I'll do you know, the wolf or some dumb shit like that, and I'll just do it anyway. I can just meme hard with that. I was thinking about doing a Critical Role fan art series of things that would never get fan art from Critical Role, like various like innocuous items or something, right? Like what was the terrible liquor that they were drinking? Something Graz or whatever. During episode 1, Yargraz, was that what it was called? I was thinking about doing a fan art for like a bottle of Yargraz or whatever that shit was. And just like a joke, because it's like, well, no, like who does the like everyone, you know, Wickander gets fan art and Tayor, the main characters, and even some of the important NPCs, but who does fan art of a bottle of like Yargraz or whatever? I thought that'd be kind of a fun way to troll hard and meme effectively. I don't know if people would appreciate it, or if it would go unappreciated, unloved. I don't know how memeful the Critical Role fan art appreciators are. The one thing about doing a character like that I like about Tayor is that there's so many like little details and little like wrinkles and scrunchy bits and facets to draw. So it's why I like drawing in some ways. Like I like drawing like old dudes with a lot of like wrinkles in their face and stuff. Because when you're drawing like attractive, you know, main characters, everything's so smooth and you know, polished and pedicured. But when you're drawing like old grungy dudes, there's something kind of very satisfying about that. There's an artist that I really like. I think I unfollowed him because he started like lose his mind over like current issues and stuff. I don't remember why, but I unfollowed him for some reason. But he used to draw like just exclusively like old dudes. I always loved his art because I just loved seeing him draw like a bunch of old, like weathered, leathery, kind of wrinkled out faces, you know. And the critters are amazing a lot, and they're a great community. Well, I like I have a ton of critters in my like Discord and in my stream community, but I don't know what the Critical Role, the critter fan art appreciators, because I know that not every critter is a fan art enjoyer. So I feel like that's a different kind of like part of the crowd that I need to make an appeal to, and hope that my offerings of art, you know, faces with texture, yeah. Like, oh god, what was that artist's name? He's really cool because he draws ambidextrously as well. Karl Kopinski, I think. Yep, yeah, I love it. Like, I don't remember why. I think he got annoying on his social media, which is fine. There's lots of people that I love their work, but I don't follow them on social media because I don't like want to know. Like, I don't want their retweets or whatever. But as an artist, I fucking love him. He draws he just draws like old dudes and shit. He draws a ton of faces with texture and weather and whatnot. And he'll do these like ambidextrous drawings where he'll draw with his left and right hand at the same time. It's such a cool thing to watch. Seriously, and highly recommend to follow. Maybe I'll go back and see if he's just like posting about art and stuff or whatever. But if you don't mind that kind of stuff, then that's totally fine. But seriously, one of my favorite artists out there right now. Very classically trained, does amazing art, but draws a lot of like, yeah, a lot of faces that tell stories, a lot of texture, and you know, show the wear and tear of whatever they're doing. So really, really love seeing his portraits. He just does a bunch of grizzly old dudes with, you know. That's so fun. I didn't know he did this piece. Makes sense though, seeing his work though. So yeah, one of the best out there right now, I think. We draw kind of good. Where was I in chat? Dude, my chats are like kind of merged, and I'm trying to figure out how to like parse through YouTube and Twitch chat at the same time. Gotta get better at this. Go for it. Share stuff with them on Beacon, and they've been great. Oh, really? Wait, there's like you can share stuff on Beacon. I don't have. I've never really like investigated Beacon. I've contemplated it, but I don't really need to get the VOD early because I just use my Prime on Critical Role and I just watch it on Twitch. But I was considering getting Beacon, you know, a Beacon sub, because I'm gonna give it my Amazon Prime, I think. After I do a bunch of like Christmas ordering and stuff like that for Ella, I think I'm gonna give it my Amazon. We'll just use hers for everything supply wise for Evan Blair art. And at that point, I'll probably need to get Beacon or something. So they help keep the motivation, inspiration up when working on the 4 animatics. Oh hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. You did some animatics? That's so cool, man. I love that. Animatics are so like impressive. That's rad. That's okay. That's awesome. I am pleased. So how does Teor's nose work? What the hell is a lion nose even? Nose. It's almost too dark to matter because it's all just like one shadow shape. So here's what we'll do. Do a little bit of a highlight on it, and that's it. Going for one after every session. That's ambitious. Holy, that's awesome. I've probably seen it then. I've seen some animatics from Campaign 4, so I've probably seen it, which is awesome. I don't know, man. There's some inspiring people in the Critical Role scene. I would do, like, I wish that I could sell prints of stuff. I would do more work and more sort of like fandom stuff for Critical Role if I could like have the time for it. Like I know some places like if you do like Genshin fan art, they let you sell fan art. I don't know what Critical Role stands on. I know some people sell fan art and they don't seem to mind, but I don't know what the whole like actual deal is. But I've contemplated, man. I've contemplated doing some serious paintings for Campaign 4. You know, it's been on my mind. I'm enjoying the break from my own work because I never wanted to be known as a fan artist, right? Not there's anything wrong with being a fan artist. It's not like you're just a lowly fan artist, but like art is secondary to me to like building Eldara. It's in service of building Eldara, right? And so I'm not just like, oh, I'm an artist that just wants to make art. I don't care what it's for. Like I want to make art for the thing that I'm making art for. But I really like doing fan art and just like taking a break from my own project and clients and things like that and doing something that's just kind of like a little study. Like, to be honest, this kind of like memes aside, furry artists aside and shit like that, you guys were roasting me all morning about doing furry art and shit. This is fun because it's like, when would I ever do like a lion man, you know? Would I ever do like a Leonin or whatever? When would I ever get to do this kind of like this like high textured drawing of a lion's face or whatever? And it's pretty cool. Pretty fun to like break out a little bit and do some different shit once in a while. Matt said he's absolutely in favor of artists and they seem to be very positive and favorable, so I'd lean to more of a yes guess. Yeah, you're probably right. wonder if I did a small print run of stuff on my website. Like a limited edition, like a one small print run thing. That'd be fun or not. How does our scar work? Our scar is kind of the anatomy is so weird on this. Like the artist who did this is really cool, but I think they blended like facial structure or bone structure for like humans and then animal pretty decently, but it's almost like his cheekbones are kind of like showing here on the actual reference piece that I'm using, you know. Thank you for your orb cult fees. I appreciate that. Thank you, boys. Welcome back for another 30 minutes of you counting towards ads in chat. And view count, I guess. Thanks, guys. Art is great, and this hatching texture is awesome. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so he's got his little beardy boy going here. Lions, they don't get very long chin hair, but our Tayor, man, he grew it out apparently. He's got it going. So there's a little more texturing to do there, I think. Then most of this, do some texture right there. And then he's got this. Oh, our scar is a bit lower, but that's okay. Actually, no, it's not. I'm not going to fix that. There we go. That's better. That's better. Maybe my animal drawing will impress Casey. He's an artist that I watch on Twitch. One of my peers in the category that does a lot of like animal art and studies and stuff like that. Be very pleased to know that I'm not just drawing hot elves and necromancers and shit, but actually using animal references and doing studies. Not that she would care, but I just thought of her, you know? Okay. Grade's kind of on the side here. Like this. Hey, okay, there we go. Sick. Got our boy looking groomed, you know? You're a lion, man. You gotta, it's a lot of fur there. I always liked the Leonin in Magic the Gathering. I think they originated in the Onslaught block where I started playing, because I remember a card called Jareth that I played with. Jareth, Leonin, Titan. And then they became more of a thing in Mirrodin, I believe. The Leonin and Luxodon. It's been a while, man. It's been a while since I've... You know, I don't think I've ever drawn a Leonin, though, so... First time, alright. Leave me alone, man. Do my best here. Got some stray hairs. Not the way I want to draw the braid, though. The intense stare. MG, awesome group of art and fun. Yeah, Magic. I still want to do a card for Magic at some point in time. I need to get more into like I need to get back into my painting sort of groove and not so much my concept sketch stuff. But eventually, there's a couple of companies I really want to like have projects for. Working like even though everything I do is like surrounded with like D&D and TTRPGs. If I did work for Wizards at any point in time for WotC, I'd really want it to be Magic the Gathering. Just because I played so much Magic growing up, and when I was working at the game store, it was such a big part of my life. There's not a Magic card that I haven't owned, at least at one point in time when I was working there. I really was like deep into it. And I sold it all to pay for the wedding and start my life off in hopefully a better foot. I don't regret it. I don't regret it. Even though, you know, that collection would probably be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today, even like a decade after I sold it. The memories of being young and getting married and being in Japan and shit like that. The older I get, the more I value that. I used to be very butthurt about getting rid of my Magic cards for the small amount comparatively that I sold them for, but I don't know, man. I'm still grateful, right? Nerd? What do you mean? What do you mean, Cass? You're right. That's the entire reason that I'm making the trading cards for Eldara. I'm secretly a closeted nerd. I don't want you guys to know. I don't want you guys to know. I'm secretly a nerd. I'm trying to hide it. I'm one Tylenol away from being into trains. Let's see what I'll root for you. Oh, hell yeah, Dan. Appreciate that. What's your deck of colors of choice? I played so rather than colors and themes and stuff. I played competitively for a while in like Pro Tour qualifiers and whatnot, and I tended to play more control heavy decks. Yeah, depends on if I'm on like I didn't really have a preferred color or anything like that. I didn't play very casually. I played competitively, so it wasn't like it was more like play styles that I preferred rather than colors or whatever. You know, so sometimes like a control heavy deck would be like black green or whatever. Sometimes it was like blue white Azorius or whatever. Back in Ravnica era, like I played a lot of different things. Played Goyf very high in a modern Masters tournament, or Modern Masters era modern tournament. I played everything. There wasn't much of a. I don't know, is that weird? Is that weird to not have like a color or like a? Is that a question that everyone else has a good answer to, but I don't? You know? You draw Simba as well? This is Simba. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is Simba. Aw, man. Oh, it wasn't obvious? I'm too shitty at art then, I guess. Oh well, rip. We'll call this Commander deck. There you go. Chad Simba. Yeah, Giga Chad Simba. Fluid is a lot of it, but I think Control's good. I wish I could have been skilled enough to be as good as you did. I don't think playing Magic took a lot of skill. I think it was more like poker, kind of like blackjack, or it was more like blackjack, I think. I don't think players that play in big tournaments are necessarily like incredibly skilled. Like this is at the time that I was playing StarCraft 2 in tournaments and stuff. That was a game that like required a ton of skill because there was no luck to it, you know? Like you can always say like, oh well, you didn't scout the Nexus or sorry the hatchery, or you didn't scout the Stargate or whatever, so they got lucky. But I always felt like there was always tells as to what someone was doing in StarCraft 2. In Magic the Gathering, you could get like I remember the last tournament that I decided to play competitively was a Pro Tour qualifier, and on the first round I got the worst. Like I remember what it was. I think I got mana flooded, and I just lost. And then the second round, they got the nut hand, and they just like drew straight into a third turn kill on me. And they had the perfect 3 turns. The second game, I had the like most awful 3 turns possible in the first game. And I looked at him, and the guy looked at me, and he's like, "I'm sorry, man. I know that this was not a great first round for you. Like I completely did nothing but get lucky on this one." And I'm like, that's good. You're good, man. Like, you know, whatever. Like, have a great tournament or whatever, you know. And I just like got blown out first round. And I went to the second round, and I was like, shake it off. Okay, it's fine. And on the second round, they were playing some ridiculous combo thing. You know, it was like Kiki Jiki or some shit like that. And they just like draw into their combo first turn, boom. Draw into their combo first turn, boom. And they had like a third and a fourth turn kill. That's the way the deck's supposed to work, though. But it's very unlucky to have whatever not be able to disrupt it. And so the second round, I got blown out 2-0 on that. And it's just like, I'm sitting there with my hands on my face like this, like, and the guy who I knew at that point in time was just like, Sorry, man. That's the way the cards draw. You know, you should have watched more Yu-Gi-Oh. And I laughed about it or whatever. But I was like, I can't stand this feeling. I can't stand this feeling of losing and not being able to control it. You know? And people will use that. People will say like, oh, Magic is completely a game of luck. Well, there's like skill and stuff involved in it, and strategy and tactics, and you know, odds and percentages, like blackjack, you know, and then a little bit of poker and bluffing and stuff in there. But it's very much about, I say it's a skill similar to blackjack, but you're playing not within the game of blackjack. You're playing within the current meta of the format you're playing within. So it was tough, and I was like, you know what? I don't enjoy this as much as I enjoy like StarCraft tournaments. If I lose in StarCraft and I get like blown out in a couple rounds, like I always sort of like kind of respect I respect it, you know, like I know what happened. I can kind of like watch the replay. I can learn from it, whatever. And so I'd never be that mad about losing in a tournament or even like high end ladder games or whatever in StarCraft 2, because I always felt like I could learn something from it. But sometimes you just lose in Magic. And so you have to be kind of okay. You have to kind of like let go of that a little bit and be able to just enjoy the experience, enjoy the game, and enjoy the you know, the unknown aspect of like, what do the cards have in store for you? And that's great, by the way, for a game. But I was trying to play the game competitively. I wasn't playing it casually, and that was my mistake. And so I didn't. That's the last time I like played in a PTQ or whatever. It's like, I'm not doing this again, man. This is not worth the time to practice the deck and learn the meta. And I had to do all that anyway, like learn metas and stuff, because I was working at the card store at the time. So I always felt like I was kind of halfway there. May as well just like go do it. But even then, it was still just annoying, you know. And so I didn't. It was the last time, man. This was the last time I played that shit competitively. I was done after that. I was done, dog. Didn't convince me to go back and play in another tournament. I still went to the last tournament I went to, though, was a Grand Prix in Las Vegas, because I had cards to sell at that point in time, and I wanted to sell it to like it was better to get American dollar for it. So if I had like accumulated the cards that I wanted to sell, I'd like trade it up, whatever, you know, traded through the various stores in the city, traded with friends, like acquired and accumulated a more lucrative collection that I knew vendors would pay more for. Why did I know that? Because I worked for a store that would have paid more for it, and I knew what vendors would pay more for. And then I went to the event mostly to sell some cards and just have some fun. So I basically went to the tournament for free, you know, and then had some fun with my friends in Vegas while Ella was in Japan with her mom that week anyway. So that was like the last tournament I went to, and like I got a really bad, because it was a sealed tournament, right? So I got my sealed cards, and I was like, this is a shitty like whatever. Like I got really unlucky with the cards that I pulled. I couldn't build a good deck out of it. I built an okay deck. I won the first round. I lost the second round, and I'm talking to my friend Andrew. I'm like, how are you? What? He's like, how are you? I'm like, I'm 1-1. He's like, yeah, I'm 1-1 as well. And he's like, well, we can always still go to finals. We can always still place. Like if we win our next 4, we can get into day 2. I was like, ugh, what are we doing, man? We're in Las Vegas. Why are we inside playing a fucking Magic tournament? He's like, this sucks, man. So we just bounced. We just both withdrew. We put in a withdrawal, and the guy's like, oh, you guys are 1-1. You can still get into day 2. We're like, yeah, we're gonna go hang out and like go like, I don't know, go to a bar and get some fancy cocktails and shit, whatever. The guy's like, but why? You traveled all this way for the tournament. We're like, no, the tournament's a fun thing that is a reason why everybody traveled. We didn't travel for the tournament. So we just fucking bounced and him and I just enjoyed. We just went back to our hotel. We both got dressed up, put our nice like suits on and shit, and then went out and had the best night. We didn't like obviously get drunk or anything. Like neither of us are big drinkers, but we did go to a bar and basically ask the bartender to impress us. We're like, we both like, you know, the whole craft cocktail thing. Show us some shit people don't see. And the bartender was like, I will take care of you. And so he just made us drinks for like a good solid 4 hours. And we just hung out and talked to people and whatnot, and just tried like all sorts of weird shit that, you know, did a whiskey tasting. It was fun. It was way better than being there for a fucking Magic the Gathering tournament. way better than being there for a card game tournament. And all the guys were like, I don't get it, man. You wasted all your time, you wasted all whatever. And the next day, they were all blown out from the tournament anyway, so they came out with us the second day too. They're like, "Oh shit, this was way more fun than the fucking tournament, bro. Why do we go do that shit?" And that's where I tried White Castle for the first time and got terrible food poisoning. Be one of the better players, only because he couldn't follow my strategy. I didn't have one. There you go, Cass. If ever you try to find a meta strategy that is not meta, who knows? Roll the dice. Right? Niels Memory's best bartender. Yeah, he was cool. He was cool because one of the cocktails he got us to try was this like margarita that he had a Szechuan like flour or whatever that he's like, he got us to drink, take a sip of it, then he got us to eat this flour that completely changed the flavor profile of it. It was so mind-blowing. He's like, dude, I never get to make this cocktail for anybody. He's like, normally I make this with a pretty expensive whiskey and I have to charge a lot more like the next tier, but like I really want you guys to like try this. So, you know, so he gave us like the super fancy fucking, I think it was cognac actually, not a whiskey for that, for one of the cocktails, because we were like so enthusiastic about trying like, but seeing the artistry of the shit that he did. So yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good trip. It sucked though, because it's the only trip I've ever taken without Ella. And I was so fucking homesick. Or like not even homesick. I was wife sick. I just missed her so unbelievably bad. Like I was only gone for like a couple of days, but it's the only time I've ever been gone on a trip on my own. And I was like, never again. I don't care what the event is for. I am never, ever, ever leaving and not being around her ever again. This is awful. This is the worst thing ever. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I haven't since. I don't plan on it. Lord, thank you for the Lord Cass. I appreciate it. It's like you're spending your time wisely. Yeah, it was fun. My friend Andrew and I, we went out for dinner that night though, and we're out at this like Japanese restaurant in the MGM Grand, and it was like, you know, pretty fancy, but it wasn't wasn't like Joel Robuchon kind of like expensive. But it was like a nicer place, whatever. And him and I are out, and we're like dressed up and stuff, and we're like, you know, doing a sake tasting and like just chilling. And he's like, I remember Andrew, he's like, God, this place is pretty romantic, isn't it? And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, man, wouldn't it be great to take a date here? And I'm like, I guess. He's like, yeah, we're like isolated here. We got the bamboo. There's nobody around. Like, just you and me. And he like grabs my hand, like, okay, you fucking. So we always thought so like we get home, we're like, oh, how did dinner? Like I called Ella that night. She's like, how was dinner with Andrew? I'm like, it was so romantic. It was the best date I've ever been on. That was the best date I've had in a long time, man. Got my living room TV while I work. Had to grab my phone to come say aw. About what? Wait, for what stuff? Which part? What's up, Steph? Good to see you, bro. How you doing? Yeah. It was fun, but I don't know. Probably never gonna do that again, so. Accidental romantic date? Yeah, when you and your homie accidentally have a romantic date. Right? Being wife sick? Oh yeah, dude. I don't do well when I'm not around Ella. Like it's so difficult to describe like the level of dependency I have on that woman, because Ella and I have never related to a lot of the like conventional sort of like ways to think about having a spouse or whatever. Like Ella and I are, and I mean this, absolutely functionless and inseparable from each other. Ella and I were best friends when we were kids growing up, and then when we started dating, we basically more or less committed to getting married and spending the rest of our lives together the night that I asked her out on a date. And I never would want to hang out with without Ella. Any of my friends that so I didn't have any friends that were like, bro, you can't bring your girlfriend to this, right? But she had lots of friends that were like, oh, it's supposed to be a girls' night, you know. And Ella would be like, I don't want to go out without my boyfriend. Like, no, if we can't bring our boyfriends to this, I don't want to go. And so she lost some of her like pretentious rich girlfriends. But I don't know, man. We had friends that would say like, dude, you guys spend too much time together. You gotta be your own person too, you know? Like you gotta like have your own personality outside of like, you know, your own interests and stuff. And that's great, and that definitely works for a lot of couples. That did not work for us. We're like, dude, I just want to go back home and play World of Warcraft with my girlfriend. I just want to chill and just hang out with her. And people are like, oh, okay, well, you know, you guys are newly whatever, like you'll get over it. And it's been like 17 years or some shit, or 16 years. I don't know when we started dating. I've never, ever not wanted to spend all my time with her, no matter what, no exception. There's no breaks required. I don't relate to anybody that's like, bro, you gotta go for a boys' night every once in a while. Just hang out with the dudes, you know? You just gotta like, you know, like give your wife some space and she can give you some space. It's not. That's why I don't particularly like when people call her my partner. They're like, oh, you and your partner are so cute. I'm like, that's not a partner. I have partners in business and partners in whatever. Partnerships are great. That's not a partner. That's a fucking marriage of one. There's not a play. Like people say, like sometimes at conventions, they'll be like, oh, it's so cute. You support your wife's business. I'm like, this is my business too. There's no end point where Blackwood Dice, where Ella's ownership of Blackwood Dice like ends and mine begins. There's no end point of where Evan Blair Art ends and her ownership, like, you know what I mean? Like there's no separation. Everything we do is like combined entirely 100%. So it's hard to sometimes relate to people who say stuff like that. Like, oh, I always love to see a supportive husband. And I'm like, what do you mean supportive? Supportive of what? It's not, this is entirely my venture as well. This is entirely my thing, you know? Everything I do for Eldara is initially like the world of Eldara is built for Ella. It was built originally as a place that she can go on adventures. If Ella ever decides she doesn't want to go on adventures anymore and she doesn't want to have anything to do with Eldara, then the project is going to be dead to me. Not that she would ever like, you know, obviously she's a fantasy nerd to the core, and she says that her favorite parts of her favorite days are days she gets to go on adventures in Eldara with me. So, but yeah, man, I don't relate to that whole like you need to take time away from your wife. Go on a trip with the boys. Fuck that. You're hormonal and crying? No, no, Steph. Oh no. 17 Verona are about to hit 10 years together. Nowhere near sick of being together. We both work from home too. Exactly. Ella and I both sit at home too. People's like, oh, aren't you gonna get sick of your wife? You like, but two of you work from home and you're always together. This is great. Are you kidding? I can go down any time and go see her. I mean, she's out right now, but you know what I mean? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, how long have I been dating? Hold on. We've been dating or married. When did we start dating? We started dating. That'd be 17 years ago. So this year in February will be 18 years. I think that the day that was half of my life spent with Ella popped up at some point in time this year. I think I have been. She is the first and only girl I've ever dated. Zero experience dating, by the way. I have no idea how to date somebody. No clue. Never dated, never kissed another girl, nothing. Zero, whatever. Nope. Don't know what's going on. And I spent like over half my life. So when people say things like, oh, it's nice that you like are a supportive husband. It's like, dude, there's no place that my identity like begins and her ends, and whether that's like we don't have individual friends, right? I mean, kind of, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Ella's the best, dude. It's a great ride. We have so many friends split during COVID. We came out with a clear understanding that we like each other, like a lot. Exactly, right? Yeah, man. Steph gets it. Abby's wearing the red commander shirt. I'm going as a science officer. Do you want to try my cosplay list? He's gonna be Riker. That's cute. That's nice. I like that one. This is a good Lion Man beard. I think this is a good Lion Man beard. I think we're on the right track here. This one. I think we're doing okay with this. We shall see, though. Let's see if this is too heavy-handed. Okay, for Eldara building streams? Yeah, man. Anything like that's why I'm doing the Astral Knight class first before the Sage, is because that's what Ella wanted to play. Yeah, Ella and I are not a good metric or whatever to base. You know, people talk about like, how do you divide up, you know, your finances and responsibilities? It's like, dude, Ella and I got financially married when we were 18. I have no idea how to be on my own in any capacity. Ooh, that worked. Ooh, look at that sexy jawline. Holy man, he got the cheekbones, bro. We're drawing some Catman. All right. Okay, cool. Wait, that actually worked. Dude, I'm so glad this is actually working out. I was so uncertain how this piece would turn out today. This might be one of my best. I think the Valus piece that I did is probably my favorite, like, piece that I've done. My favorite portrait that I've done, which is crazy because it's not really a portrait because she's missing half her face, right? But it's one of the best because I was so focused on like making sure her eyes were properly rendered. Where the? Did I not? Oh, oh God! Why is it frozen? Oh no! Oh no! That scared the ever living shit out of me. I'm just hold on. Control save before anything else happens. Control S. Control S. Oh God. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little low res, but I really like this one. So I feel like I'm pushing on the critical role. I'm evolving. I'm doing better, man. Cards are good to go soon. Nice job. Cards are good to go soon, I think. Yeah, man. Yeah. Whew. I'm terrified of it doing very poorly or doing very well. Either one is equally as terrifying for different reasons. But I've said that I would do this during the May like Eldara conference stream, and I feel bad it's taking this long. I've been trying really hard to get caught up on things, Samurai, and not be such a fuck up on like projects and stuff that I promised to do. If I can get the cards, the adventures, and everything I owe for everybody out this year by the end of the year, that would be pretty good. And then I can just kind of chill and take it slow early next year and just do things for Eldara, world building, return back to that sort of like that more calm cadence of like a new thing for Eldara every week or so. And then just keep going on that. So this is one of the big ones. The print store update, the cards, the adventure, and then I can basically just go back to, you know, so. Computer screen glitch or random black screen. Oh, I know, right? I know. And right now, I don't know what's going on, but I'm having very scary GPU issues. I need a new GPU, and I might, depending on how pre-orders go tomorrow, I might go buy a new GPU along with the paper that I need, because I am starting to suffer from it. Like I'm really having some issues, and I need to figure those out because, yeah, things lagging on Photoshop. I've had things crash. It is actually like it's, people say like, oh, you have a 3080, like that's still a good GPU. Why are you shouldn't have any problems in theory. But what I've noticed is GPU strain while multi-streaming is unbelievably high. Because like the problem is my computer's trying to do Photoshop right now. It's also trying to run Photoshop. It's trying to run OBS and record my process. It's also trying to stream to 2 places right now. So it's 4 sort of like individual, like fairly graphically intense things happening that on, you know, any one of them seems pretty chill. You can run Photoshop and record your process. You won't ever have a problem. You know, you can stream your Photoshop and you won't have a problem. You can multi-stream and won't have a problem, right? But as soon as you start stacking these things on top of each other, then it's like more of an issue, I think. That's what I'm starting to run into. I also think my graphics card's dying though as well, so that's probably not helping anything. Probably not helping the case along either, you know? Oh, you know, I don't have it backing. Oh, hold on. Because I just redid or reinstalled everything. So what is my autosave? Where is it on? Oh shit, file handling. Automatically save recovery information every 5 minutes. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay, that could have been a lot worse. I was expecting it to be like 30 minutes or 1 hour, so I'm actually impressed. That could have been a lot worse than it was. But that's still dangerous that I didn't change that. I didn't know. E4 Gore. Y'all posting your watch streaks, man. I see you. I see you today. I don't call it out, but I see it. I see you getting your gems. Looking good with that golden crumb, Samurai. No, it's not too bad. All right, this is going well. This is why I started, like, I upped the price of my character portrait sketches on Coffee, because spending more time on them, you know, this kind of level of, this is also one of the reasons why I don't think I could do Anthro character sketches on Coffee, because this is going to take me like probably twice as long as any one given single character sketch. Oh man. I'm gonna have Leonin players asking me to draw their Catman for them. I'm gonna gain a new reputation. Oh shit, them crumbs up. Ooh. There's some big crumb badges, man. Holy, dude. Yo, hey, yo, y'all keep up? Yo, golden crumb. Oh shit. Wait, who's got a golden crumb, yo? Yo, hey, who's got a golden crumb? Who can keep up? Who can go crumb for crumb? Oh shit, man. I can't even keep up in my own chat. All I got is a little measly golden crumb myself. Oh shit, dude. The Golden Crumb Club. I still think Diamond Crumb's my favorite one. I think that's my favorite one. This is the blue. Sakurai Crumb Knockout? Yeah. Ooh, wait. Wait. Who could do Alexandrite? Who's got an Alexandrite Crumb? What? Oh shit. Yo, we going up? Damn, bro. Got that Onyx? Oh my god, wait. Where's the Oval Crumb? Oh, look at it. It's so fancy. What? The Sakurai Crumb? Oh my god. Dude, wait. I should make Eldara trading cards promos for them. I should... Oh my god, this is so stupid. I should make a one-of-one promo for every crumb whenever the first person who earns it gets it. That would be so stupid. That's so stupid. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. It's so dumb that it's a great idea. Oh my god, I get canceled on streamer Reddit so fast for doing that. You've no idea. Oh, they'd be so mad. Toxic streamer makes trading cards for microtransactions. Wonders why the gaming industry is dying. For Halloween, dressed up as Robert Kotick of Activision fame. It would always be Ella. Unfortunately, you're right. No, Ella only has like a. I think her highest crumb is like a ruby, or maybe a. Maybe an emerald. I don't think she has a diamond or a whatever crumb. What's it called? An alexandrite. Cobalt, you were the first person to earn every crumb, I think, up until up to alexandrite for sure. Were you the first sunstone crumb holder? I think you were, right? God, I don't remember. I don't remember who got what when. The timing, man. Cobalt, do you want a golden crumb? You know what? You don't get a say in this. I'm sending you a massive fucking package in about 2 weeks anyway. You don't get a say in this. I'm just sending you a Golden Crumb promo. Not that you're a trading card enthusiast. But, you know. I'm still... What the fuck? Photoshop. No. Don't open more windows. What the hell was that? What hotkey did I accidentally pick? What the hell? All right. All right. Yeah, Fur needs more hatching. It does. That's why it's going to take so much longer to spell. 100%. Sherlock gets the OG badge. Don't remember if I was the first Sunstone. I think you were, right? I think so. The huge art binder of all the stuff you ever sent me. Dude, I need to be so unbelievably successful that Cobalt can sell his art binder of Evan Blair Art Originals and shit. For like, I think who owns the most, like it's funny that Samurai and Cobalt are here. I think Samurai and Cobalt and Ella are tied for people who own the most amount of my art. Like I think so. So I gotta build Eldar into a Star Wars so that y'all can buy yachts. That's the goal, man. Y'all need your yachts. Shit, bro. I gotta, you know, I gotta get on this shit. I gotta motor. We'll see after the trading cards, though. We'll see after the trading cards, man. I'm still butthurt that Cobalt didn't want to play in the Eldara playtest for the mods. Holy. Holy, can you believe that? Fucking roasted. Now you get it? You're my investment portfolio? Oh no. The pressure. Oh man. What if Evan Blair doesn't perform? Doesn't perform well in the SMP? Then what? Then we're all gonna short Evan Blair Art stocks. Stonks up. Evan Blair Art down. The new furry era. Does drawing Taylor, does drawing Catman increase or decrease Evan Blair Art stonks? Does this crash the market, or does this inspire long-term gains? What do we think, man? Yeah, shit. A reputation for drawing Catmen. A day where I'm not going to ban anyone for accusing me of being a furry. What does this do to my stonks? Bullish? Oh, okay, alright. It's my proximity to Blackwood Dice, isn't it? It's simply my proximity to Blackwood Dice. I see how it is. Yeah, to the Eldarin moons. Oh shit, there's like 60 of them, man. Oh my god, that's a lot of moons, bro. Holy. Didn't want to type yep. That was definitely not an adult response. Yeah, didn't want to. Yep. Cool. It elevates the pie, never gets smaller, it only gets bigger. Alright, sick. What about my announcement that I'm not doing any anime art for the foreseeable future? Does that make Evan Blair Art stonks go up or down? That'll make me get hunted by my VTuber friends. I can't show my face in Aya or Natasha's chat. Ashy has to tolerate me, but Oler doesn't. Shit. Burn money. Oh no. He stopped doing anime art in this market? What a fool. What a fool. What if I make up for it by drawing sexy Shadowheart at least once a day? God, there was this post that I wanted to meme so hard. Oh, fuck. There was a post where somebody I saw this in the oh god. I saw this when I was on the event or in Lake Louise at the event. So I posted this like hot pose and then Shadowheart. Instead, if I get like 1,000 likes, I'll post this character or I'll draw this character in this pose. And I wanted to do something where I was gonna do like some hot dude or whatever and post Taeor and like quote tweet it. Anyone who can find me that tweet, I will send you a promo so I can retweet it with a quote tweet or me drawing Taeor and then a pose of like some dude or whatever and say 1,000 likes and I do this character in this pose. Shit. Ah, man. Why do I always remember memes too late? Fuck. Shit. Oh, maybe I'll just search Shadowheart on Twitter. Shadowheart. If it's recent, I would love to be able to search this on Twitter or on stream, but I can't search. Oh, hey. Wait, I just searched Shadowheart on Twitter and I got I got a post from 2 years ago. Hey, okay, hold on. Scroll. I'm gonna scroll for around 30 seconds, and if I don't see it, then I'll give up forever. Shadowheart pose, maybe? No, not Shadow the Hedgehog, Twitter. Shadowheart. Good God, man. Fuck. Okay, whatever. Meme abandoned. Meme abandoned. Where'd you get your background texture for drawing on? It's been looking for something similar, and I love yours. Oh, well, I made it. First of all, yeah, I made it. It is so to get kind of like a weathered parchment look. This isn't actually parchment. This is canvas. So I went and took a very, very high resolution picture of canvas, and then I just sort of added overlay layers and to get these like ink splotches and like these inconsistencies like that. I add a little bit of like dimension and depth to texture. These are actually cloud brushes. You know, I haven't done this in a while. Let me show you how. Let me show you how to get a good ink splotch. So this is cool, but you can do this. Well, let me see if New Photoshop can do this right. So if you grab a picture of clouds, let's just grab this off of Google. Oops. Okay.
Record this, sir.
Oh. Can I record with a second canvas? Hold on. Good point, Ella. One sec. Add source. Hold on. Good point, Ella. Add source. Where's my window capture? Window capture. Select window capture. Oh, no, I want screen capture, not window capture. Whoops. Add source. Display capture. There we go. Sorry. Let me show you how to do this, but this is a good point. Antique. Add source. Okay. Ooh. You guys can't see this right now. But I am gonna see if this works actually. I'm wondering if I can record two things at a time here. So where's my bounds are kind of where Taeor is right now. Okay, cool. So if you want to create like these, oh, here. So if you want to create this type of like ink splotch kind of texture here on the canvas for your own weathered canvas look, you can actually do it with cloud brushes. So we're going to create a new, here we go. We're going to create a new like image just of clouds. Now, if you define a brush with these clouds, you'll get some pretty cool effects out of it. So let me show you how to do that. You go edit. Let me move this over. There we go. Edit, define brush preset. Sample brush. We're just going to call it cloud stain. Ooh, look at it. So now if we go back to our piece we're working on, our cool Teor guy, we want to add more ink splotch stains. We could make a new layer. And we're going to make this new layer. We're going to set the layer style to overlay. Voila. Now you can imagine how to properly like sort of turn this into ink splotches by grabbing an airbrush. Just your soft round brush. And erasing out some of the hard lines, hard edges. And maybe some of like the obvious cloud shapes, but those like hard edges where the kind of the color sort of like pools in the image, because the way the brush defines the image as a black and white image, the brush simplifies it to being kind of relative colors. So right where you have these hard white edges, it'll define the area around it as being darker. Now, obviously in the image that we looked at earlier, this blue, it's kind of darker up here and lighter down here, but it's not really darker around the edge of the clouds. But in the brush, you see it kind of does form those kind of like almost like pooling. So you can even do this. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but if you go back here and you invert it, I think this is going to work. Oops. Let's try this. This might work even better. So now we're going to define this as a new brush preset. Edit, define brush preset. We're going to call it inverted clouds. Ooh, this might not work. We're going to try it. All right. We're going to see. Let's kill our last clouds. Whoops. Okay, that does not work nearly as well. So it kind of does. You can set it to an overlay again. And then if you kind of erase out, you get more of a hard line to it, but it still builds that kind of nice ink splotch in there. So without actually like looking at it, you would never know these were clouds. But that's how I made any of the ink splotches here. To weather the canvas and make it look a little more like watercolor, is it's all done with cloud brushes. There you go. Now you too can make your weathered canvas cloud brush background or whatever. But yeah, dude. Nice catch. Yeah, thanks, Ella. Well, I gotta end the recording on that. I hope that didn't mess the recording up of my process for Teor, but if it did, nah, whatever. I'm sure it's fine. Actually, let me go grab a water real quick. I'm gonna step away from the computer for even a moment. This back. Are you taking time? Absolutely, it's my pleasure. I'm not a great artist, but if there's something I can pass on or help with, I will always try and take time for it. So, thanks for the question. Okay, give me a sec here. Nobody while I'm gone get too attached to Hot Lion Man Teor, because well, I don't want to change my career path here, okay? Yeah, Ruby.
Visitors, how exciting.
Okay, I'm back. Hydration acquired. Yo. Oh shit. Yo, Jackson, thank you for the raid, dude. Welcome in. Sorry I was away. I appreciate it. He's back. Wait, what we all get up to? Well, hold on. Was there a mutiny? The hell? Mutinified again, man. Every time. How was stream? Guys, if you aren't following, Joxon, please go hit that follow link over there and drop a follow. Say hello, man. Seriously. Damn it. Another mutiny. Every time, I swear to God. Every time. Oh, wait, this is not. Cloud brushes. Whoops. There we go. Oop, yep. I'll screw that up. We're good. This does not feel like the same color because it isn't. There we go. That could have been bad. I would have missed that for a while. Thought I was on guard. Look at our handsome lion man here. What was I doing? Ear stuff? There we go. Back at it. We're good. I know he doesn't have ear scars, but I'm still giving them to him. All right. Yeah. Maybe, perhaps. Well, welcome in, guys. I hope you had a good stream, a good time over there. I know you have a good time all the time, but I hope today was particularly enchanting. You arrived at the beginning of my furry arc. This is the one and only piece of Anthro character design I'll be doing this year. Only because of one small fact that is not comfortable to say, but you know what? I pride myself on being honest and authentic with you guys. So I'll say the unfortunate part of the furry, artist scene. As much as I would love to do art for the furries, they can't afford me, man. All of the stories about furries having all the money in the world for art, it's not true. It's all a lie. It's all a lie, man. They can't afford me. Too bad. Now I work exclusively for the D&D players and the Book Talk girlies. That's right. Honestly, I think the Book Talk girlies are becoming my favorite clients. They're the coolest ones, all right? Shut up. No, damn it. No. I mean, I probably deserve it, but I love my legion, my phalanx, my Praetorian guard of Book Talk girlies. They really are my Praetorian guard on TikTok. Anytime I've ever gotten criticized on TikTok, my Praetorian guard is there to just, dude. A little while ago, I did a piece. It was one of the videos on TikTok specifically, but I did a piece and it was like some ridiculously attractive character. I think he was one of Brooklyn's characters, maybe. And it was some ridiculously hot character or whatever. And somebody left a comment like, "Oh man, it's so exhausting to see another male artist objectifying women and drawing them, unrealistic beauty standards, whatever." Just like that kind of post, whatever. And that person, I come back to that comment like an hour later and the Book Talk girlies are just lighting this person up. Like, oh my God, they were lighting this poor guy up. Well, guy or girl, I don't know, but they were lighting this person up, man. They just incinerated that poor TikToker. That person thought they could just complain about me drawing overly attractive characters and get away with it. They had no idea that there was this shadow government like Palpatine's royal guards hiding in the dark places of the chamber, his chamber on the Death Star, that just like in the dark just fucking went after them. Holy shit, man. I see the first comment was, how fucking dare you? And then a paragraph of that person just shredding that person apart. Dude, yeah, they got my back, dude. Like at that point I was like, I'm sold, man. I'm sold for the Book Talk girlies. They got my back. Holy, man. All the IT directors of any companies. No, they don't. Well, what's funny is when I was in the mid 20-teens, when I was going to BlizzCon, I had no idea, Soul, but unironically, the entire BattleNet leadership team were all furries. Like, there was a story about one day something going wrong with BattleNet. Service went down or whatever. And someone made a joke that it's because that was the same weekend as a furry convention. And what I didn't know until like 2 or 3 years after that was it wasn't a joke. That was actually because leadership was all gone. They were out of town. No one could like come in and help or whatever and fix the problem. It was like on a Saturday, some shit like that. It was dead until like Monday. Because literally the whole leadership team was gone, out of town at a fucking furry convention. Like it's not even a meme. You're absolutely right. They are another level. Yeah, the power of the fans. Yeah, apparently, man. Oh yeah. They want their characters unreasonably hot. And they don't want any compromises to be made. And after I went to the fantasy ball and went to a fantasy ball this weekend of, I could just catch you guys up, those who weren't here for story time this morning, I went to a fantasy ball, not as an attendee, as a vendor, because Ella got invited to vend there, so Blackwood Dice. I went to a fantasy ball that was a romantasy themed, whatever, after some romantasy book. So it was the Book Talk crew. So I was in a ballroom with 300 Book Talk girlies. And you know what? They're a great time. They're a great time. I might not personally want anything to do with that fantasy ass smut. But you know what? I like the crowd. You know? I like the crowd. They welcomed me. They were very nice. And you know what? They're the best clients. And I don't care. I don't care what people say. I might even make an offering to them and do some Fourth Wing fan art or some shit. Okay, hold on. Let's not. Hey, well, let's not say anything I regret. Now all Soul's here. Now I'm going to be held to the fire for it. So, you know. Let's read about ugly people of fantasy. I don't know, man. I don't know. Certainly not the Book Talk girlies. This whole drama in games right now, should protagonists be hot or not? This is not a conversation being held in the romantasy genre. This is not an opinion being explored on Book Talk, okay? Elidar comes to the light, ready to strike you down. I know, right? And Obi-Wan will or to come back more powerful. Exactly. Nobi wanted to come back more powerful this time. Just the Book Talk girlies slaying critics left and right. Hey, Pencil Paper. Confirmed live. Evan prefers to be... Wait. Prefers to be the crowd. Or in a different way, Evan likes to watch. I'm done with this fucking furry shit, man. After today, I'm going back to just drawing weeb art. You can't stop me. I swear, man. I'm getting detonated today. Absolutely fucking detonated, and I can't even do anything about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, if I figure out for next year, because the next fantasy ball that they asked us if we come back to is next year on Halloween at the most haunted hotel in North America. It's a very expensive, very fancy castle in Banff, Alberta. there's a small part of me that wants to try hosting a mini Eldaracon there, because I think it'd be really fucking funny to have a whole bunch of D&D nerds attending the book talk ball. Oh god. Imagine like Samurai and Cobalt and like Blaze and shit just chilling at a fucking book talk fourth wing ball. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yep. Besides, you're making some amazing and no doubt whatever you draw here, people will or just be just as good, no doubt. I appreciate that. You know what? The vote of confidence means a lot. Thank you, Dispel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my god, I should totally do that. I should try and encourage them to get tickets for the next Fantasy Ball. Where? It's in Banff. At the Fairmont. The Banff Springs. I'm sure you've been there, Nick. Nick and I live in the same province, so... Yeah, see gotcha games. Okay. Need more dimensionality in our Tayor eyes, alright? Realizing we're a little lacking here. Ooh, look at that. We framed it. Dude, I hate that this is like feeling so natural to draw Catman. Dude, I God. What if this is like the best portrait I do in the Critical Role series? Is Tayor. What if this is the best one, man? Oh no. What are people gonna say, dude? What are they gonna say, man? What kind of reputation am I gonna get? Just gonna have to offer fucking commission slots to like Brooklyn and Sabine or whatever to re-round out my work for the year. Can count on them to always have a dope character. This is all Samurai's fault. The only reason I'm so comfortable drawing so much facial hair is because he got me to draw his attractive hairy man tech detective earlier on the year. I gotta kind of like combine Tayor's like spiky mane stylized with like a more kind of realistic rendering of hair, but not go too far on it. A little more representational, some of that stylized kind of flair that's like slightly anime cartoony thing. It's tough, man. This is gonna be a challenge, alright? You admit fur works so well with hatching? It does. Anything with a lot of texture like this, you're absolutely correct. Oh my god, what if I'd actually be really good at anthropomorphic characters? Oh no, dude. This just in, I'm gonna regret reading this, but you know what? We're in this together. Evan, fearful of revealing his true strength via, quote, furry art. Okay. Artist that reports worry that his latest art piece will be his best work yet, which could mean that the next work after this once again becomes his best work to date, in a perpetual cycle of constant artistic improvement. Okay, fair enough. All right, listen, I'm being called out for being dumb. Fair enough. Fair. I see your point. You may sheath thine sarcasm. I get it. Fair enough. All right. Okay. I deserve that. I deserve that one. Okay, dude. Okay. I think I need to make the hair a little bit rougher here, like I did for this one. So a little more prickly and bristly than. I realized I did that with this piece. I completely fucked up on this one. I went way too stylized on the piece of Veyron I did for the Astral Knights. I went way too like shape stylized on her hair. I needed to go way more like prickly edges and stuff on this that I definitely didn't do. So shit. I gotta not make the same mistake for our boy Kolos here. Gotta break that habit out. I'll try to add some of that in for Teor. Lean into the hatching, the mess, the texture, you know? Sheath thine sarcasm. Well, come on. He's kind of, yeah, look. I'm getting roasted today. I was asking for mercy, a reprieve. I was asking to reclaim some of the dignity that I dropped on the floor earlier with that comment. You know, like, I don't usually do like a big self-reflective improvement thing until much later in the year. But let me tell you, man, recording processes for video or recording process videos, there we go, has been a very important very important component for me this year. And I was doing some review. Dude, why do I keep needing to reset my music? What the hell, man? Maybe I can't use YouTube Music. I don't want to pay for Spotify, but YouTube Music just fucking sucks. It's like the levels on it get messed up every like half hour or so. Okay, sorry. Anyway, but I was looking through some of the process videos from like earlier on in the year, and it's like if you scroll deep enough to where I really started first making videos this year. Like this was the summer. This was earlier on, but like this is the first piece I did this year, I think. We're one of these characters. Where I started even with these like portraits or whatever. This is a much faster portrait though. Notice the lumising of the method. Me just doing like little like I didn't even do voiceovers for these videos, eh? I just did a little like thingy there. So obviously different like kind of goals because this is a much faster sketch. But still, there to like where I'm kind of like arriving at the end of the year feels really good to see the improvement. Feels nice. Have you gotten contracts in the gaming industry? Video games, no, kind of. Tabletop gaming, yeah. I did a pretty big Kickstarter last year project that the Kickstarter was delayed. I don't know when till, but that should be a big thing when it comes out. Hopefully before the end of the year. And what else? Doing a book illustration for somebody. It's a kind of a TTRPG related thing. But I don't do a lot of contract work for anyone else because the project I'm trying to do for myself is so important to me that I'll do some personal commissions for people, things like that. But like the gaming industry it's reliable work, but it doesn't actually pay that well. You'd be very surprised to hear like what Magic the Gathering, even big companies, and I'm not shitting on Wizards of the Coast. It's a known fact. Big companies, big publishers that like do books and games and whatever, like TTRPG stuff, they don't actually pay a lot. So it's not, but it's reliable work, right? To have good clients like that, and it's good, like, you know, obviously it's great for your brand and for you being associated with big projects. No, I mean, so my goal initially was to become a concept artist in the gaming industry. So for video games specifically, that was my goal. My like kind of TLDR story is I got out of art school planning on doing that. The opportunity that I had sort of secured for myself in art school was to go work for BioWare. But this was actually around when BioWare was bought by EA. This happened while I was at art school. And so the art director, who was the art director for Dragon Age, I don't remember his name, unfortunately. I'm bad with names, but he was really cool. He was like, come talk to me after you graduate. I want you on our team. Like, you got the right. We connected over D&D and shit like that, because he actually got his job at BioWare for doing a DM screen. And he loved that I did D&D related art, and that was inspiring for me. So he was like, I want you to come work for us at BioWare. You're the exact kind of fit creatively. We'll train you up. Don't worry about how good you are. You got the important stuff down. So I was planning, I went to school in Calgary. I was going to go to live in Edmonton and go to BioWare. But then in my 4th year is when it got shut down. He got transferred out and the whole team got destroyed. So I was like, shit, what do I do now? And so I was like, well, I mean, I guess I got to go down to the US and go get a job at one of the big gaming companies down there. The problem is my wife now, girlfriend at the time, she was still in school for engineering. And it was a tough time because I didn't want to leave her. Like, I couldn't take her with me to go down to the US at a big studio in like California or something, because she still needed to finish school, and engineering out of state is a lot. Out of country was unfathomable. It was like tuition was like $100,000 for us. So like, I guess you got 2 years left. Like, I guess we're not going anywhere. And at that time, there was a pretty big family issue, and you know, her dad had passed right around that time. So it's like, I'm not leaving my girlfriend alone for 2 years while I go off and try and conquer the world. And then like she comes down to like join me when she's done school, especially, and she's dealing with that. Like, I was not going to leave at that point in time. And then I also got really sick. And so I was in hospital and whatnot. So I basically like got a good half decade just chopped out of me, just non-existent. And so I'm sitting there like years out of art school, still not in the gaming industry. I'm like, well, fuck, what do I do? And at this point, I'm like working as a graphic designer because I was like pretty good at it. And I got some of that training when I was at school, in art school, and it paid really well. So that's what I got comfortable doing. So I worked at the gaming store for a bit, did some graphic design, freelanced. And then a couple years after that, I was like recovered and good, ready to go back to things. And I was so unbelievably unhappy as a graphic designer, it wasn't even funny. Ella was like, it is killing you to not be doing art and doing what you want. But I'd lost a lot of my skills and I was feeling really bad about myself. It was very much like I was at the lowest point in my life at that point. An absolute loser. You know, I was like 300 and something pounds. I was sad. I was addicted to games. I was coping with everything. I wasn't doing what I wanted to. Ella was like, you're not going to make it out of this if you don't try to like do something else. So I went back and I was like, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try one more time to get into the games industry. I'm going to try and skill up, whatever. And it's a lot harder to get into an entry level position when you're like out of school for a while. When you're like fresh out of school and you're like, I graduated this year, hire me. They're like, great. When you're like, I graduated 8 years ago, hire me. It's kind of like, you know. So I was like, I got to get good. I got to get like really good, really fast. So I thought that I would go on basically a training arc for a year or two. And I was going to stream it because there was artists that I watched at the time, like Dave Greco. And he said that he streamed in order to keep himself like, you know, focused and active with his skills and whatnot. And I'm like, good enough for Dave Greco, good enough for Evan Blair. So I started streaming. And I wanted to, after I finished my career in the games industry, I wanted to build my own world, my own Star Wars, my own IP, where I can tell stories and do concept art. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should start working on that right now. Because if I'm building a world and doing concept art for everything from characters to environments to places and whatnot, and I developed this as a game, but I use the system of D&D to develop it, and I can develop the world and write the lore and all that kind of stuff that I want to do later, I can build a portfolio out of it to apply to the games industry at a job that I'd want. And then once I'm done with that games industry, I can then like come back to this world and actually build it as my like kind of life's work. And what's insane is I didn't understand what kind of support I would get. Now, I'm not a big streamer or anything, but I got way more support than a person my size as a streamer should get. Ever. Like the most subs I've ever had on Twitch was 1,000. And my stream average is like 40 to 60, somewhere around there. That's insane. So this is around lockdowns and stuff. People were at home. They were very supportive. They were like, "Oh, this is cool. Like, I want to support the project. Even if I can't watch the stream, I still want to like whatever." And a lot of people supported that. And I really felt like this is something I could do, you know? And so at one point in time, I got offered a job. I got offered a job in the games industry by an art director who said, "You're pretty good, man. Like, you should come work for us now." And it was a moment where I was kind of like, I did it. I'm ready, you know? But I looked at like moving and that and the whole opportunity thing, and I was like, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do this. I want this to grow. I want this to be the thing that I do. And that was a turning point for me where a switch went on and I got real serious. Obviously I was serious before, but it's like, oh, I can do this actually. I can build this and make the game adventure, make all this stuff. And at that point in time, yeah, I mean, Doc, at that point in time, I was basically full in, you know? And so I don't do like contract work for the industry or whatever, because I'm not looking for it and I'm not approached by it all that often, but I'm not looking for it because anything that is not for the current goal of building the realms is very secondary for me. It has to be a really, really good opportunity. It can't just be about the money or pay well. It has to be a really, really sizzling good opportunity for me to want to even think about it, because anything that doesn't support this puts this further back. Whenever I take a commission, now obviously I need to live, you know, so I have to take commissions for stuff and do characters for people, and I'm happy to do that. But those kind of things are like great, and I love doing it. But anytime I'm not doing stuff for the Realms of Eldara, it's delaying that whole project for me. So I'm trying to focus more and more on that. So no, I don't really get a lot like offered stuff, and I definitely don't pursue it. But I'd love to. There's certain projects I would absolutely love to work on. Like, it is still a dream of mine to do something like World of Warcraft related, or Warcraft IP related, at some point in time, or Diablo IP related, or Star Wars IP related. So I don't know, we'll see. But no, I don't really do anything like that usually. So post a link to the pre-order for the pre-order tomorrow. I don't know if Ella has it up yet, or if it's gonna go live. If the link's gonna go live tomorrow, or if the link is up and the inventory is gonna go live tomorrow. I'm not actually sure. She is the one who knows how Shopify works. I am an ignorant little unsure peepo, just ignorant of how my entire business works. Past Ella Blackwood. She's the engineer, all right? She's the web developer. She's the one that does all that shit. I'm the guy that draws dragons and apparently attractive catmen now. So I'm not sure how it's gonna work, but yeah. Thanks for sharing. Very cool journey. Yeah, I mean, I yeah. I'm really lucky to be where I am. I work really, really hard, because it's something for me that it's a passion for me that is my entire life's work, is to make what I'm doing right now, my more of a life's goal, to make what I'm doing right now into a game, into, you know, because I'm very greedy when it comes to ambition. I really, really want to make a video game, and like a big video game. I really want to make comic books. I really want to do all this stuff. It's like, well, shouldn't you just pick one and stop being, you know, whatever? It's like, fair enough. But for me, I have a desperate desire to make a pretty big, like, ARPG. I want to make a CRPG. I want to make an MMO. I want to make a, you know, a JRPG. I really want to make a comic book series. I want to make a film. I want to do all this dumb storytelling stuff, right? And make stuff that I would be excited to see. You know, back when I was younger, and like Star Wars and Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter always had like cool games and cool stuff to be excited for. You know, I really want to do something like that I could be excited for. So I don't know. I know it's silly and dumb and ambitious, but that's why I work so hard. That's why I give up so much and spend so much time on this, because it's everything. It's not just like a job or whatever. It's the whole reason for being here for me. You know? Wait, Malamute dog demands walkies? That's a big dog, isn't it? That really is a demand for walkies then. Good luck to spell. Good luck. My little rat dog can demand walkies, but not really much of a walk with a 8-pound Morkie. You know, but she can go pretty far. People like the vet would say, like, oh, if you walk her for like a kilometer, that's a lot. Like, you know, whatever. You got to be careful of her size. We heard that when she was like a puppy and she was like fully grown. But like Ella and I went on a hike this year, and it was something like 800 meters of elevation and like 12K. We basically went like, there's a mountain. We basically went up this hike and then down and then back around the start point in a place called Canmore in Alberta. Very close to where I live. But it was a really hard hike, and Yuna did the whole thing. We even brought backpack to carry her in for when she got tired, but she just didn't get tired, man. So can't imagine how an actual dog with real energy would be. Did you see a sketch of Yuna I sent in Discord last week? No, I didn't. Wait, what? I didn't see shit, bro. Wait, where is it? What channel did you post it in? Let me go see. Let me look. I haven't been very attentive to the Discord in the last couple of weeks, and I've been very not pleased with myself for that. It's in the Work in Progress channel? Okay, hold on, let me go see. Thank you, Miss Lily. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. Studies, Work in Progress, and feedback. The hell? There we go. Let's see. Let's see. I scroll. I forgot about the fucking avocado. Oh man, this is perfect. Pid. She was a good avocado. Yeah, it's a good brush, dude. Hey, you know, love it. You got a little ear flops, man. That's good. Good job. You captured her little crumb sit as well, sitting on her butt. You got it was a good rat dog art. Yeah, she was an amazing avocado. I agree. She was a tremendously good avocado. She stayed in that costume all Halloween. She was comfy in it, man. Apparently it was warm. I don't know. Didn't ask her. I should farm Yuna in my TikToks and Instagram videos more, shouldn't I? I don't think I farm her all that often. It's basically like once every couple months I'll include her in a video or something, hey? Why don't I farm her more often? What the hell? What's wrong with me? You think I'd know better at this point, eh? More unit content, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Is there a way you can make one of those tag things for Discord so we can have it after our names? Let's see. The correct server, navigate to the server boost in the upper left corner. Okay. Only server admins and owners can view this tab. Ooh, in the upper right, you'll see how many server boosts you have. Okay. And recent activity server boosts. If you have 3 server boosts available, you can enable this perk right away. Okay. To apply boosts to server tags, hover over the perk and press enable. Where is the perk? Server tag badge pack. Enable role styles. Server tag. Enable. Continue. Enable server tag. Choose name. 4 letters. What should our 4 letter server tag be? All right, the merch store is currently down as I'm trying to find a new supplier, unfortunately. But I think if you do store, that's the print store, I believe. Those tags should work. Maybe the bot is not working, actually. Hold on. Let me... Wait. Uh-oh. Wait, what? Why is the store not working? EBA doesn't have to be 4? Oh, no, it doesn't. It can be up to 4. Okay, EBA. Let's see. What should we use? Show all badges. You need to unlock better badges? Oh, what the fuck? Alright, we'll do the sword. Let's do the orange sword. Save changes. You don't have a server tag on your own profile. Would you like to adopt it? Adopt tag. Alright, I don't know. I just put Evan. How self-indulgent would that be? I'm Evan from my server, Evan. Evan from Evan. Okay, tags should be live. With more server boosts, we can get better server tag thingies. So, enabled. You need to sacrifice your server. Oh, I'm never sacrificing our server banner, so I'm never going below 5 boosts on that. I don't know how this works, but all right, seems cool. Seems good, I guess. All right, cool. Because Evan, fuck yeah, doesn't fit, unfortunately. Are you still, or commissions still down? Like, are you still taking a break? Should I say? Yes, commissions are locked up. The wait list is just, it's still too long. I had to take a pretty substantial break from doing commissions in the summer, so I'm still trying to like catch up with things from people and clients. So yeah, coffee requests are up because I still want to be accessible and available for people who want something like pretty quickly. But formal commissions, unfortunately, are still gonna be down for a little bit. Coffee requests are I try and have about 5 or 6 slots a month just for portraits and things like that. Though they're request style, so if people have like a very specific character they want done in a very particular way, that's not really the thing for it. But yeah, they'll be down for a little bit, probably maybe till even the end of the year. But I never want to say never. I'm trying to work through and get things done faster so that I can kind of get back to taking regular clients. I don't want to promise any dates though or anything like that, so that's why I don't necessarily have a return time, you know. So yeah, man. Glad we got the server tag figured out, Atari. So what's the point of the server tag, by the way? Is it like, what's the why? Is it just so you can have a badge that says this is I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favorite shop on the Citadel, or a server on the Discord? Is that the fuck? Oh, that was BattleNet alert. It's the badge? Oh, okay. Yeah, all right, sick. Well, I had to spend 3 boosts on it. I guess Discord's trying to monetize more, so they're trying to make server boosting more valuable or something. Is that the jam? Is that the reason? Is that the whole idea behind it? Because I think it's working. I think it's working, man. Hilarious, you made your orb badge. Just use the server tag orb, ORB. Is that what you want? You just want orb? If I do that, I'm gonna lose half the mod team. Unfortunately, they don't like the orb meme. I agree with them, but the orb meme has been far too far too lucrative for me. I had an entire orbathon out of it. Hey. You know? Well, that's a lot, bro. It would be funny, yeah. Yeah, I can't give it up, man. Fortunately. Can't give it up as much as I'd like to. Gotta keep the emote for at least until next, when do we do the Orbathon? Last April? Need to keep it until at least then. You know? Glad I could help. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Dark. Thanks for saving the orb emote and canonizing the orb in Eldara. And forcing me to write a small bit of lore and descriptive thing for the orb in the adventure. Yeah, I was great. Hey, you know, really, really phenomenal. Just okay. Look at Tayor, man. He's so handsome. Bro. Been drawn today. Good God, man. Arm's starting to get sore. Be careful. I got a whole bunch of work I gotta do tonight to get stuff up. I can't be breaking my arm. Look at all these alpha test packs. I hope people don't mind, like, I hope people don't mind them being in paper pack. Like, I know Mylar packs are more standard for homemade trading card games, for trading cards, but I really like the paper packs. Look at that, man. The first ever proper Eldara pack. Oh, wait, does that one count? No. This one was. One of these was. Whoop. Okay, I don't want to burn my arm out too much then. Okay, we're going to call it there. We'll finish Tayor tomorrow, how about? So we'll do part 2 tomorrow on our Lion Boy. Get him done, get him finished, get him looking good. And yeah, man, we'll have the cards up and live tomorrow morning when I go live. So might go live a little bit earlier, you know, just as a you know, countdown thing for it. So, but it should be around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Might not be right on the dot, but I think it should be. And we'll have a little party for it. We'll do some giveaways and shit if I can get the giveaway bot to work, which fucking who knows if I can. Just, who knows if it'll work this week, you know? Didn't work last week, worked the week before. Who knows if it'll work this week? And yeah, man, really excited. Tomorrow's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be Tayor art, Critical Role, Afterglow for a lot of people who watched it last night. No spoilers. Or tonight, I guess, which will be last night tomorrow. And I subscribe to get the alert. Dude, I appreciate you being here as well. It was fun having you. Yeah, dude, we'll keep going on this piece tomorrow, and then next week I got some pretty. Next week I think I'm gonna be kind of back to the swing of things. Only have one more big event before the end of the year, and that's called Geeky Market. It's a big winter market in Calgary that I'm gonna be going to with Ella and helping her out with because she got a pretty substantial spot for it, which is like, ooh, she was gonna do it on her own, but she got a lot of space for it. And it's like, oh, okay, I have to go there and help her like fill space. So I'll be also going as an official person to that thing. So I gotta go with her the whole weekend. But besides that, I think that's the kind of last market, last event, last anything for the week or for the year. So should be back to just kind of prioritizing stream as usual. Pretty quick here. We'll see. I think I have to be late to stream next week once. Doesn't matter. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be dope. We'll have a good time. We'll talk about the cards. We'll talk about some of the bigger, fancier cards and whatnot, and the one of ones, and maybe we'll get some ideas because the one of ones has still not been finalized. This is a pre-order, so I can do the base set, and then all that kind of stuff will be sort of like a little further down, so we can hopefully deliver by the end of the year, which will be really fun. So, there's the outro. There it is, dude. I really need to switch back to Spotify because this YouTube music shit is kicking my ass, but it is free, so maybe I'll just try and make it work. Either way, see you guys tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day, whatever you're doing. I hope you do it with grace, dignity, and with snackies in hand. So, thanks for chilling with me, guys. I appreciate. Oh, my face so red. I look like I have a bruise. Fuck. The fuck, bro. Never take your glasses off. Apparently. All right. Catch you later, guys. Until next time, my friends. Until next time.